ladies and gentlemen, to the Speak On It podcast. I am your host, Big Mike. We are here for another episode. It has been normally I would say a wild week in sports, but we're not saying that this week. It's been a great week in sports, wonderful week in sports, amazing week in sports. Any superlative you want to use, that's the kind of week it's been. As you can see by my background, I'm broadcasting live from Yankee Stadium tonight. And we will get to that in just a moment. We'll recap everything, including those Yankees, football, and basketball. The NBA starting, and we're going to do our preview show with our predictions that will definitely go wrong. So, I cannot do this alone. We're running a three-man weave, I think, tonight until Breezy gets here. Can't do it alone. I got the Mad Producer Podcast Poppy in the building.
The Houston Rockets had one job. One. They couldn't do it. What's Dylan Brooks doing? Right? What's Dylan Brooks doing? You get brought to Houston to play defense, and then you let Trey Mann off the bench for fucking Charlotte score 22. What's happening? Only one other person outside of Melo. There was only one other person who had double digits. It was Bridges with 10 points, and then here's Trey Mann. Dylan, go fucking do something. You ruined my parlay.
Dylan looking at his parlay right now, just in.
Everything is good. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. I just needed that.
And of course, we have Anthony in the building.
What up? This was not a good week for me, sports-wise. Well, actually, I take that back. It was mainly a bad week, but there was some good. We'll get into that.
It's a horrible week for you. And we will get into it. You owe me a wheel spin.
Yeah.
Horrible week. You spent about $50 on Gatorade for Dylan. It's been a horrible week.
It was $32. It was $32.
It's a horrible
week. It was $32.
Your boy
it was nothing.
When he handed over all this Gatorade, so in case chat's wondering, hey, how you doing? I got double. I got yellow. I got orange. Like I have so much Gatorade. I have Gatorade not in my fridge because I don't have enough room.
Hey, you sir have a big fridge,
and I have a big fridge. Anthony didn't. He got out of his car, fucking Gatorade, and then he was at the. He didn't even turn onto my street. He didn't even have the courtesy to turn onto my street. He said,
"Man, that's how that street, man."
I look at him. He's there with his fucking his flashers on, and he gets out. He's like, "Yup, take this fucking Gatorade." It just starts handing me Gatorade. Didn't dap me up like no one's good or nothing. He just said, "Here you go. See you later." Got in his car, drove off.
Man, just angry, just perpetual.
4 different 8 packs of Gatorade. That's 10 pounds of Gatorade in each hand, 50 pounds in each hand. And my neighbors across the street are just looking at me, just waddling, just like.
What does he need all of that?
And Camila looks down the stairs. She goes, "Oh, he's got Gatorade."
We love it.
Oh man,
Wonderful.
We love it. Love every second of it. So let's get into it. Normally, we would start with foosball, as James would say, but we're not going to do that because the World Series is here. We got to talk about it, and we will talk about it. But let me be first to put this logo on the screen, just because. This logo will be popping up all night, just because. Just whenever I feel like it, just know that this will pop up on the screen. Just so you know. But yes,
I thought we were going to be watching the World Series on the couch, Michael.
That's what I heard.
I heard too.
That's what I heard. That. That's what I heard. That we weren't, Cleveland is a tough place to play.
So is Kansas City.
I mean, well, to be fair, those were tough games. Don't act like y'all blew the Guardians out, all right? Everybody was on their seats, all right? Let's not act like y'all just blew them out.
Hey, best road team in baseball. Like I fucking said.
That doesn't defeat the fact that y'all didn't blow them out. All right, they very much were a tough team.
I'm not saying we blew them out, but we
All
never
right,
out.
good team.
Out.
Good team. They won their division for a week.
Only
For a
time there's
reason.
doubt is when Clay Holmes is on the mound, and I make that very clear every time he comes in. And Anthony, you can speak to that. You can speak to that. Anthony even pointed out, he's like, man, you really hate Clay Holmes. I'm like, yeah, I do. Because
Not because like y'all used to always. Well, I wouldn't say Mike. It was more so you and Ron would always get on Clay Holmes like the whole year, and I was always trying to figure out why. And then like I saw him, I was like, yo, this dude really is giving up like runs. Like he's losing these motherfuckers games. Right?
big moments all the time. All the
Like he
time.
literally came in, Gil was like, "Oh shit, man, here comes Clay Holmes!" Like, and then 5 minutes later, he gives up like a 2-run homer. So, I think he did it again too in another game too. Like,
There's a sentiment in the chat that I was like, hey, when the Dodgers won that game against, I think it was game 5 against the Mets. No, it was game 4 against the Mets where they were up 4 runs before Otani hit his home run. Anthony was like, the game was over. I'm like, yeah, the game was over. He was like, 4 runs is the game's over. I was like, in the 8th inning against a team that's not hitting, yeah, that's over. That's like very over. And then he goes, oh, you're up 4 runs. I guess the game's over. I'm like, nope. And I was like, oh, here's another factor that we didn't factor in. The Mets don't have Clay Holmes. So here we go. And then Clay Holmes proceeded to blow that 4-run lead. I was like, yep. I was like, all rules and laws can be broken when you have that weird outlier, and Clay Holmes is that weird outlier. He should not be dressed for the World Series roster.
He better clean it up for LA. He better clean it up for LA.
He better not pitch. That's it. He should not pitch.
He's gonna pitch in this series.
No, don't.
He's gonna pitch
instead. Use Stroman instead. Use Nestor Cortez instead. Use anybody else but him. You have guys who aren't pitching. Marcus Stroman hasn't even stepped on the mound yet.
Which is amazing to me.
And why are we pitching this loser Clay Holmes when Stroman hasn't seen the mound? Who's built for this moment? Clay Holmes has proven time and time again that he is not built for this moment. Marcus Stroman sitting there waiting, do-rag on, waiting for this moment. Nestor's coming back. Nestor's ready. Nestor said he would re-injure himself to get an opportunity to play in this World Series.
You're talking as if it's a matter of like he's purposely doing this.
Clay Holmes?
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, well, he's being intentional. Let's use a Aaron Rodgers phrase here. It's all about intention. He's intentionally being bad. No, he's not doing it on purpose. He just stinks. He has no control. He has no composure. I guess he's well over his pitch count for the year. Because remember his first year as a closer where he couldn't pitch back-to-backs.
Yeah, that's a Yankee thing, but yeah,
because he's just a broken individual. Because I don't even know if that's the Yankee because Luke Weaver will pitch every fucking day. Aaron Boone had Luke Weaver in the bullpen every fucking game ready to go just in case.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that nonsense of him not being available to pitch. He's not going to pitch, and then he's warming up the pitch because then if he's warming up the pitch, then why isn't he pitching? Because that doesn't make sense.
I get it. I get what they were trying to do. It's because if we can finish this without him, let's do it. But if we need him,
if we're in the 12th, 13th, 14th inning, I understand. We were 10. He was warming up in the 9th.
Well, yeah, after we put it away. So it's like, okay, put him in the 10th. After we tied it up. It's like, okay, let's see if we can get through this inning. If we would have given up, if there would have been a runner on third at the bottom of the 9th, Weaver would have been in.
Then why would you then start him the whole inning?
If you could get out, but it's like if you could get out of it without using him, because let's be real here, homeboy who was in was fire. He was unreal. 5 batters, 4 strikeouts. That's unreal. No, I'm talking
No,
about Cousins.
Cousins.
Cousins was unreal. And
Until
then
he
you put in
wasn't.
Canley, and he did his thing, and it's like, okay, cool. That's all we needed. Just don't fuck up. If they would have given up extra base hit, Weaver would have been in. But it's like, cool, we finished the game without needing to use him. But he was ready for that 10th inning. Where Juan Soto earned every cent.
You're not going to convince me that it.
No, I'm not going to convince you. But, like, I get the
So
idea of doing it. I get the idea of doing it. Because you're like, well, this is it. Let's put this game away. But, like, let's trust the rest of the guys that we have, too. Those guys work. If it was Clay Holmes, fire Boone. Fire. I don't care if he has a game to coach tomorrow. Fire him. Like, I can't keep doing this. But luckily for us, Clay Holmes did not make an appearance in Game 5.
And the Yankees won. But I'm telling you, who's going to pitch in the World Series?
He better not. I will throw a fit. And if he's going to pitch, it better be like the 4th inning.
He's going to pitch. I don't know when.
But you hate him as much as you hate Alan Lazard.
I hate him more than I hate Alan Lazard. That motherfucker shouldn't be here.
He's going to come in middle relief. He's going to have a 1-2-3 inning.
That's his role. That's what he needs to be. He cannot pitch anything.
Like, is he as bad as they're making him out to be?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
But
Anthony, the only reason
when I say no, then I'm defending him. Anthony.
Yes,
but
you
the
are.
answer is no. He's not
Anthony,
as bad as they're saying.
The only reason he didn't break the single season blown saves record is because we had to stop pitching him. That's it. Luke Weaver only became the closer because Clay Holmes was bad at his job. That's it. That's it. He should only be pitching in the innings of 4, 5, 6. If he comes in 7th and on, I don't trust him. Because all the games he's pitched, those middle relief innings, good innings. You'll never hear a complaint about it from me. Good innings.
You never hear a complaint from anyone in the chat when he comes in and pitches well. You only hear him when he fails.
Yeah, because when he comes in these game-deciding moments and he fails.
Which is fine, but you can't ignore when he doesn't fail. That's my problem.
No, I'm not ignoring him. I'm acknowledging when he's doing good. I'm telling you right now that, like, that's where he needs to be.
We both know Dylan in the chat absolutely does not acknowledge him when he pitches.
I'm actually Roswell scorched earth on that motherfucker.
Because he pitched. When he got demoted, when he got his closer role taken from him, if you look at his numbers in September, they were actually pretty good. But there was no peep of it. But then when he blew a save, when he got hit in the playoffs, it was the first. I didn't even hear anything.
When did he get hit in the playoffs, though?
I didn't hear anything when he pitched well in the first game against Kansas
I was going to say, the first series.
The first game
he pitched well
against Kansas City.
When did he pitch?
And Dylan, was there crickets then?
There was crickets. But my point is, when did he pitch in that Royal series?
The first
in the middle relief. But it was in the middle relief.
First game he pitched in the 6th and 7th inning.
Mm-hmm.
He pitched in the 6th and 7th. Didn't give up anything. Shut the door. Good night.
When he's in that middle relief role, perfect. Or setup. Middle relief or setup. Fine.
The next time he came in against Kansas City, it was in the 8th. Maybe
he had a 5th inning game. He had a 5th inning game in that series.
That might have been in Kansas City. I think he pitched both. Well, fine. Hey. We got
the Google machine.
We got technology here. Let's stop.
I'm not going to sit on Clay Holmes for his first series because I think the way he was used in that series is the way he should be used.
My argument has never been that he is Mariano Rivera. It's never been that. My argument has always been he's not as bad as y'all. Though, if you guys could hear how they talk about Clay Holmes in the chat, you would swear he gives up a home run
fight him.
every
I
single
stand on
time
that.
he comes in the game. Every single time. His ERA should be about 107, the way that they talk about him in
I
the
stand
chat.
on that. I'll fight him if I see him.
And I get blamed and crucified for defending him
Rightfully
because
so.
I'm
They did say it was your fault.
because it's true. That's just not true.
I forgot who said it. Someone was like, "This is Mike's
Me.
fault." Right?
The problem is, Mike, is you're the only one saying it's not your fault, but there's 3 of us who are saying it is your fault.
And just yelling for no reason.
Somebody's got to be right here.
Just yelling. Like there's no logic, there's no anything, to the point where I literally just had to stop talking and just
That's all you
stop.
can do. That's all you can do.
Y'all live with the narrative that you've created. Just go ahead.
It's the majority. The majority rules. You can't go against it.
It's wrong, but fine. Have at it. Have at it.
Speaking of Mariano Rivera, remember when Class A was supposed to be Mariano Rivera? Where did that show up?
That disappeared quickly.
That boy was bad every time. Like the only time Class A was good was Game 5. That was the only game he pitched good
In the entire playoffs, because if you remember, Detroit rocked him too.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit
Class A had like a 0.6 ERA all year and was clearly the most dominant closer in baseball.
He was the best. He is the best closer in baseball. Like there was
hands down.
No argument.
He was the reason they were saying he is this generation's Mariano was because he was.
Like there was nothing. He gave up 2 home runs all year. He gave up 4 in the playoffs. He gave up 4 in 2 weeks
in some nasty moments.
So again, Roz is not here, but again, when I don't know if you guys remember the whole you can't pitch in New York. Like there's a thing to that. Like some people just don't have the temperament to do that. Like facts and stats cannot tell you about nerves.
I agree with that.
Clutch is
he was blowing it in Cleveland.
I think the first one was
the first home run. So he gave the first home run. No, he gave
Detroit.
The Judge.
The Detroit. The Detroit one was in Detroit. That one he gave up in Detroit. It's like, all right, it was a big moment. They were trying to close the series. All right, their best hitter, boom, 3-run home run. Cool. Against the Yankees, they were all in Cleveland.
They were hitting him. They were just beating the shit out of him. There was a couple of home runs, but then it just started like they were just jumping him. Everybody was just getting hits in, and it was nasty.
And it goes to show you how great Mario. Because the thing is, he only has, I think, 2 pitches, 2 or 3 pitches. Like he only has a couple.
No, he's throwing gas, and then he throws a cut. Yeah. He throws a cut. He's going to power you with 101, but then he has a cut fastball as well, which is literally just Mariano. Mariano had a 4-seam, a cutter, and a changeup.
A changeup.
His changeup was filthy, but Mariano's was the cutter.
The cutter's going to eat you alive.
He had the most dominant pitch I think I've ever seen in my life. There's only one guy I remember really hitting it, and it was Ortiz.
Yeah.
Ortiz is the only guy I've ever known to really hit Mariano.
And he didn't do it that great.
He didn't do it a lot. He only did it in the playoffs.
He just did it a few times.
He only did it in the playoffs.
But it got to you could just see the Yankees, whatever their scouting was,
they knew it
raise
because they knew it. They loved seeing him. When Volpe was the guy who was just dominating him. Volpe was we need to acknowledge, we can acknowledge Soto, Stanton, all those guys. The bottom half of that fucking lineup with Anthony Volpe leading the team in batting average is insane.
Verdugo came to play, even though he's still a double agent. He's come to play.
He kind of hopped off that double agent thing when he started beating the shit out of the Red Sox that one game.
Verdugo, Rizzo.
Rizzo, since he's been back, has been unreal.
Don't tell that to Roz. He needs to retire and quit.
He probably should retire. If the Yankees win the World Series, I guarantee you Rizzo's retiring, and I'm like 85% sure Stanton retires. Like 85% sure.
I would hate if Big G would. I mean, I would love it.
Big G's like 36 years old. He's 36 years old, and he is driving around a fucking Ferrari on fucking bald tires. That's like he is falling apart at the seams. But
he's healthy
man,
right now. He's healthy right now.
That's what I'm saying. He's a Ferrari with bald tires because those legs could go at any moment.
Man, and you guys have heard me, Anthony. You've heard it now for how long? 3 years for you. He does this. Like I love Giancarlo Stanton. I love Stanton. He goes
historically at this.
He swings that bat super fucking hard. Like,
and he has horrible.
He swings that
horrible form. He just all arms. He's all arms now.
Yeah, but if he makes contact with the ball, that shit is out. That shit is out.
He goes
like that man has belted quite a few postseason home runs for y'all. Like
I'm telling you, for a fact, that ball he hit against Boston a few years ago is still in the air.
Yeah,
it is still in the air right now. That ball is still up there.
Like, I think as far as this playoff run goes, Stanton is like one of the most decorated postseason hitters ever.
Yeah.
He's had a really good fucking postseason.
Ever. And
his bat has been crazy this postseason.
He passed Babe Ruth for playoff home runs as a Yankee in less games.
That's insane.
Wild.
Raz is going to lose his mind, but if the Yankees win this title, I would absolutely say his contract was worth it.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
he's delivered. He's played.
Was it 13 years, 300 million, something like that?
Well, no, we didn't get all of that.
We didn't give him that. We inherited
Miami gave it. Yeah.
That was the Marlins. They gave him that.
Peter gave him that.
But
you had to. Like, when Stanton got that contract, he was easily, like, the best player in the National League.
Yeah.
Like, that run in Miami, when they first became the Miami Marlins in, like, 2012, where Stanton was just going by Mike and just raking balls.
People don't even know that.
People don't remember that he was Mike Stanton.
His real name is Mike. His real name is Mike. Giancarlo is.
I didn't know that.
Giancarlo is his middle name, Anthony. Like that is his
name. Wow.
His name is Michael.
Yeah, he got me there. He don't look like a Michael Stanton.
But when he went to Miami,
he don't look like a Michael at all.
When he went to Miami, he realized, oh, I'm in a Latin community. Let me
be Puerto Rican. I forgot that I'm Puerto Rican. Like, let me do that real quick.
I'm now Giancarlo.
Like, I'll never forget. Just like one day in like 2015, I'm like, "Who's Giancarlo Stanton?" And I'm just like, I was playing the show and I was like, "Where's Mike Stanton out? G Stanton? Who's Giancarlo? What?" Like that contract was totally worth. That's when he could actually play like the full game of baseball.
He can play the outfield.
He's about to be 35.
He's a worn out 35.
Yeah, them knees is about 45.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's been pretty banged up. He's been dealing with injuries, like quite a bit.
Soft tissue injuries every year. This year he got it out of the way early. I'll tell you that much. And we needed when he went out. That's when we went on that fucking horrid stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, when he came back was when shit started to flip.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you have to pitch the whole team. You have to pitch the whole team different.
Same thing happened last year too.
That's why you guys need to give Juan Soto whatever the fuck he wants, and make sure that team over in Philly doesn't get him.
The only team I'm worried about is the Mets. That's the only team I'm worried about because Juan Soto loves New York. That's it. He loves New York. So the Mets are the only team that I'm worried about. I ain't worried about no Phillies. He's not going to give a fuck about the Phillies. and Yankee fans are so fucking not even different. It's just a different atmosphere when you are beloved by the Yankees. Like, you could do whatever you want. Juan Soto right now could walk through the city and get whatever he wants for free.
Mm-hmm.
Get whatever he wants.
Yeah, but do you not think money still talks?
Money,
well, that's why the Mets are scary because the Mets.
That's why because Mets have money.
The Mets can bid whatever we bid. They can bid
or
more if the Yankees go into this. We're gonna.
I think they're spending more than you guys, right?
Yeah.
They spent more than you guys, right? They're one and you guys are two, right?
The Yankees are
Three.
3. Yeah.
It's the Dodgers. It's the Mets, Dodgers, Yankees.
Oh yeah, Mets got. Oh, okay.
As much as you like,
Yeah, Mets went all the fuck.
Yeah. Are you gonna say bought and paid for if the Dodgers win the fucking title too? Or is that just a Yankee?
Well, yeah. Well, no, yeah, I would say that. I just like Otani. Like, so, I mean, I'm not going to sit and be like, oh, the Dodgers aren't. But
bought and paid.
The Dodgers are absolutely bought and paid for. But I mean, this series.
Shohei Otani bought and paid for.
But honestly, this series is a match made in heaven, man. Even if you're not a fan of either one of these teams, this is a match fucking made in heaven. This is money.
This is
it's money.
World Series of a lifetime for either one of these teams. You're gonna be watching the World Series like people who hate Floyd Mayweather watch his fights. You watch his fights because you want to see him lose. That's it. You're gonna have all of America watching this and be like, I hate both teams.
Even so, the Yankees are more hated than the Dodgers.
Yes.
So
the Dodgers are more hated in the western side of the country. Which we don't really.
Yeah, I always thought the Dodgers are more hated than the Yankees.
No. This is going to be this comparison is going to piss Mike off, but the Yankees are the Cowboys of baseball. The way the world hates the Dallas Cowboys is
I see where this comes from.
New York Yankees.
Absolutely not from a talent standpoint, obviously, but
But if you are a Yankee fan, you are obnoxious. You love the Yankees. It is what it is. If you are not a Yankee fan, you fucking hate the Yankees. And it's as simple as that.
And we have multiple fan bases that hate us. The Red Sox hate us. The Astros hate us. The Mets hate us. The Guardians hate us. The Orioles? They don't fuck with us.
They haven't been good enough to not fuck with us. The Angels don't like us.
The Angels fans don't like us.
Yeah, the Angels stink.
Dodgers fans don't like us.
The Angels are still trying to recover from 2009.
Twins fans. Twins fans.
Well, Twins fans have a reason to hate you.
Oakland,
when y'all been just bullying them for like the past how many seasons?
They don't exist anymore. But Oakland, the athletic fan base, they hate us. They hate us.
I feel like the only fan base that doesn't hate us is like the Marlins.
The Marlins don't really hate us
because they just beat the shit out of us.
The Marlins fans don't got no beef with us. Cardinals fans don't really hate us.
Mm-mm.
Cub fans don't really hate us. Not that. Yeah, Cub fans don't really hate us.
The Cubs also don't matter.
That's why.
So like we're universally hated for the most part.
White Sox fans hate us.
White Sox also don't matter.
Why?
But that's Chicago.
White Sox are about to be a Tennessee baseball team. So.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait. Tennessee's gonna be rocking again, but
not with these bad teams.
Inheriting
the White Sox isn't exactly a good thing.
No. If they get new ownership, then that'll help. Because Lord knows the White Sox need new ownership. I wish we could fire these owners because some of these franchises don't deserve. Some of these fan bases don't deserve what's happening to them. The White Sox,
Oakland for sure.
Oakland does not deserve.
Oakland is too rich in baseball history to be treated the way that they're treated. Like that shit.
They done lost everything. They lost everything.
Angel fans don't deserve what's been going on with them. They like that's I couldn't be an Angels fan. There's no way. I would leave.
Hell no. You can't have that much generational talent.
If you're literally an Angels fan over the last 20 years, you've been given generational talent after generational talent in your lifetime. And never, and like maybe made the playoffs fucking 5 times in 20 years.
It's like, yeah, they still got Trout, but that man is never
healthy. Was also a broken human.
Yeah, literally a broken human.
Somebody save Mike Trout.
a broken human until they trade him, and then he turns into Mike Trout again.
Good for at that point. Good for him.
Because that's what that's how this is going to end, right, Dylan? He's going to get traded to Texas or Baltimore, like something random like that, and then he's going to turn into Mike Trout again.
Worst nightmare is Mike Trout comes into a game that comes to a team that's an immediate rival of ours, and I have to hate him.
I don't hate him. I just think he's.
I will have to if Mike Trout becomes a Red Sox, I have to hate him.
I hate him now,
and I've been like preparing for that for a while because right now the Red Sox stink. Bad. And they're trying to maybe not stink, but I feel like they're going to continue to stink and get worse.
Their fan base is starting to get LA. Hey, what's going on here? We've been bad for a few years now.
Are we gonna like try to be worse or what?
what's that's happening?
Or are we going to like do moves and try to be like better? And I feel like they have this like Mike Trout trade up their sleeve, and then I have to hate him, which sucks. But I've been preparing for this for like 10 years. Mike Trout eventually getting traded to like the Red Sox, and I have to hate him.
It won't matter to me.
You still gotta hate him.
No, I mean it won't be hard for me to hate him.
Oh no! I've been prepared for it because I like Mike Trout. To be a flip the switch. That's why it's like when Mookie Betts finally left, I was like, oh, thank God.
I was very happy.
I really like Mookie Betts.
I like Mookie.
Mookie Betts is one of probably like my outside of like guys who've played on the Yankees, probably like the top 3 baseball players I've watched in my life.
Listen, I wouldn't speak so soon right now. Well, y'all got to face him in a couple of days.
I have no problem giving flowers to whoever.
Y'all could very well hate that motherfucker a week from now, man.
I hate him starting tomorrow. I hate him.
I have too much respect for Mookie Betts
but I respect him now.
I have too much respect to hate him now. So it's like if he becomes the Yankee killer, then it's like fuck. I feel like
if it's a game 7 and he hits a home run to win the Dodgers World Series, you gonna tell me you ain't gonna hate him?
No, the problem is I like him already, so it's different.
I like Freddie Freeman a lot.
Yeah,
I
like
really wanted the Yankees to sign him. I really did because I like Freddie Freeman.
There is not a player on the Dodgers I don't like. Like Kike Hernandez is probably the closest one to it.
He's annoying,
but that's just because he's too much of a Red Sox.
I'm not a fan of Max Muncy either. He kind of
like I don't hate anybody. Like this is the same thing like the 2009 World Series. I love that Phillies team.
I like that.
Like Chase Utley, Ryan Howard, Shane Victorino, like Raul Ibanez, Jimmy Rollins.
I would say don't forget
Jimmy Rollins, fucking Cole Hamels.
Was it Dontrelle Willis on that team?
No, D-Train was still in Detroit in that year. But I love that Phillies team. So it's like if we would have lost
this team that the Mets just beat, I like that Phillies team. I would have a lot of fun rooting for that Phillies team.
Yeah. However, if this was the Mets, fuck them all. Fuck them all. Scorched earth. Like I'm very aware that the Yankees can lose this World Series. Very aware that they can. I don't think they're going to. I think there is something special about this team. Yeah. I think there is actually something special about this Yankee team that I haven't seen since I was a teenager. Like the way this team is having fun, the way this team comes up in big moments, the pitching outside of Clay Holmes has been like electric. The way they performed against some of the best pitching in baseball, because that, like, we could say whatever we want about that Guardians team not being very good, right? Their pitching was top fucking notch. That is the best pitching in baseball. Their bats just couldn't keep up. So like this Yankees team feels special. I would like for this series to just be 6 and the Yankees go and we win it and it's a good time and I get to feel like I'm a sophomore in high school again and I can have my moment and Aaron Judge can have his redemption moment in this series. Much like A-Rod did in 2009, but I think Stanton is on that A-Rod 09 fucking tear right now. Actually, I think he's having a better postseason than A-Rod did in 09. Juan Soto is earning every fucking cent of this potential $7 billion contract. Though the craziest thing was when Juan Soto hit that home run on the top of the 10th inning, they immediately went to Brian Cashman, and he's just like this. Yeah, you fucking pray and give him a fucking blank check. That's it. Blank check. Give him whatever.
That boy done earned everything.
He's a Yankee for life. Like
he can stink in the World Series. You still give him whatever he wants.
Everything he wants. This is why you make that trade. You have one of the 5 best players in baseball in Juan Soto. You have one of the 2 best players in baseball in Aaron Judge. Like, you have an all-time hitter. You have a great pitching staff. You have, granted, Luis Heel has been on and off lately. He had that hot stretch, and it was all right. Clark Schmidt kind of meh, but we make it work. But Rodon's been really good. Garrett Cole's been good, and fucking Weaver has been unreal. Like, there's something special about this team. Like, I'm not scared about the Dodgers pitching the way I was against the Guardians pitching. Especially the way game fucking 5 went, where Bibby was just fucking wheeling and dealing. I don't have that fear against the Dodgers pitching staff like I did against the Guardians pitching staff. I have the fear of the bats. But if I know anything about this Yankee team, we have some bats too.
Yes, y'all do.
Yes, we do.
Yes, y'all fucking do.
So we'll see. Yankees in 6.
I was gonna say, so after all of that, Dylan, what is the what's the prediction?
Yankees in 6.
Yankees in 6.
And we're gonna give Giancarlo the World Series MVP. Send him off into the sunset.
You really think he's gone after this year?
It wouldn't surprise me. I would like for him to stay, but like, if you think about how he's kind of taking the approach of this postseason, where he's kind of talking as if like this is his last one. He's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna. We'll celebrate this cool, but we're not done. We're not done. This is not over. This. It kind of feels like somebody who's trying to take in the moment. So when it's up, he's like, okay, I've reached every mountaintop I can in my career. There's not many players who could say they've done anything close to what Giancarlo has done in his career. So it's like, at this point, it's just like, I'll ride off. Same thing with Rizzo. Rizzo really can't do anything. Rizzo is part of a World Series team that broke a generational curse. Probably the worst curse in all of sports. In that Chicago Cubs World Series.
He's here for it.
Right? Like this, he's built for this.
So one more time, Dylan, what's your pick?
Yankees in 6.
There it is.
I knew you were working. I know how to drag some time. I can babble.
Anthony, I can't wait for this breakdown.
He's in the Dodgers in fucking 4. There's a way for Dodgers in 3.
The Dodgers just pack the Yankees up. The Yankees.
Nah.
Maybe Dodgers in 3.
I have too. Believe it or not, I have too much respect for the Yankees to say some shit like that. But I will say the Dodgers will close. I will say the Dodgers, the second best home team in the league, second to only Philly. They will close it out in LA, Game 7. They'll win it. It'll be Dodgers in 7.
Best home team versus best away team.
Dodgers in 7. Dodgers logo is clean.
The only thing that scares me about this Dodgers team is last time the Yankees played in LA, Judge
Judge
broke his
broke his
toe.
foot and cost us 2 years because he was going to have 60 that year too.
Oh yeah, he was on pace to have more.
He
He
was
was on
he
pace
was
to
going
have
to have
more.
60 that year.
Oh God, get your redemption, Darren.
But as Dylan was saying, I agree with a lot of what Dylan was saying because I mean it's true. MLB has got to be salivating at the chance because not only
Swimming in money like he's fucking Scrooge McDuck.
not
What seats did
only
they say were like $1,000?
bleacher creature seats.
Not even bleacher creature seats. These are level 300, like all the way back, like $1,000.
It's crazy.
Standing room only, $1,000.
Crazy. I had a friend of mine, Mike Ortiz, asked me was I planning on making a horrible financial decision by
I was
going
real
to this
close.
game, and I told him if I physically had the money in my account to do it, yes, I would ruin it. I would blow everything.
Almost took a loan. Almost
Oh,
took out a loan.
it,
Almost took
it'd
out a
be worth
loan.
it. It'd be worth it. But like I said,
Hey,
so listen,
Imagine.
I mean, if I was one of you guys, and obviously Dodgers have the home field, but if New York had the home field, and it was Game 7 in the Bronx,
if
I would do whatever I can to try and go.
if the
I
Yankees
would
are
take
up,
out a loan.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if the Yankees are up 3-1 going to Game 5, Dylan, you're gonna get that text, and we gonna have a conversation.
Will I hold on? Will I Mr. plans things without even texting me
Listen,
anything?
Dylan.
Not a reliable human.
If the Yankees go up 3-1, you're gonna get that text, and I'm gonna be that little devil on your shoulder. You know you can take that. You know you can take that. I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back over 18 months.
I'll pay you back.
I'll pay you back over 18 months, buddy. We got once in a lifetime. Once in a million. Once in a million. Once in a million. We have to be in the building.
We're about to make the worst financial decisions of our lifetime. We're going to take out a loan and not pay it.
And then they lose that game like 9-2 and shit.
Dylan's gonna take out the loan. I'm gonna pay my half of it, and Dylan's just gonna be like, "All right, thanks. Fuck that loan."
Oh god.
You ever see that video of that kid and his mom? They're like, "Oh, you have $18. Not for long. I make horrible financial decisions."
So yes, I mean, so we'll see. I'm not
sitting there getting dragged to court by fucking the bank for doing it, and they're like, "Why aren't you paying bills?" I saw the Yankees in the World Series. You think I was paying shit?
Dylan will be standing there. Listen, you can go after Jaden for all I care. I got to see it.
Joke's on you. Loans in the name of my fucking 10-year-old.
Oh,
good luck.
Oh, this series is going to be as good. Baseball could, because what I'm going to tell you, if I know one thing about this series, these teams gonna hit. This ain't gonna be a pitching duel.
You might have one of those. I think you'll have
Maybe
one game where it's like at the most a 3-run game. Like this, they score 3 and that's it.
This is gonna be very much a hitting series, which oddly enough, my fear going into the series is if the Yankees have enough hitting to keep up. That is my fear. Can the Yankees keep up with the Dodgers? Because as good as the Yankees bullpen has been, the Dodgers gonna hit. They gonna hit. So it's gonna be about keeping your composure and being able to punch back when they punch. Because the problem with that the Mets ran into is they just couldn't punch back. When the Dodgers hit them, they couldn't punch back.
They had a couple games where they did fight back, but the Mets pen just stinks.
It's horrible. So and the Dodgers
the Mets were on a Cinderella run.
The Dodgers
had to come to an end eventually.
Is also pitching on like literally historical measurements right now.
Oh yeah, their pitching is insane.
So I the Yankees are gonna have to hit.
Judge has to hit.
Judge has to hit. Stanton doesn't have to be Super Saiyan. He just has to just
Have his
hit
moments.
the average. Yep.
Soto needs to be Soto.
The key to this series, to me, is the starting pitching. Which starting pitching is better is going to win this series. And because of that, I do think the Yankees are actually going to win. Not a biased pick. I just think the Yankees starting pitching is better. Like, because the Dodgers bullpen has been so good, I don't think people are realizing that their starting pitching has not been good. It's not been good in these playoffs, but their bullpen has been bailing them out. So I'm leaning on that, hoping, praying the drought ends. I don't know if the Yankees could win a game 7 there. So I'm going to say Yankees in 6, but 7 is a possibility.
Do it to the Bronx.
I don't think the Yankees will win in 5. The Dodgers are just too good for that. So, like,
If that happened, that would be insane.
It'd be insane. I fully that's what game 5. I fully expect when we get to game 5 that this series will be 2-2. I don't know how we're gonna get there, but I fully expect the series to be 2-2 when we get to game 5.
Yep.
And then the Yankees have to win that game and then go and
You have to win them.
Shut.
Have to.
So
last thing you want to do is be down 3-2 going back to LA for 2 games. Like,
I wouldn't be afraid of that if it was 2-2 and we lost game 5. I wouldn't be afraid of that, but I don't want that.
It wouldn't be ideal.
Yeah, it wouldn't be ideal. So Yankees in 6. Yankees in 6. Me and Dylan will be.
Who's the MVP?
Juan Soto.
At that point, you have to give him a 15-year, $30 billion contract. Here's a question that I saw presented, and I thought of this as a no-brainer, but would you rather the Yankees lose the World Series and we re-sign Juan Soto, or we win the World Series and Juan Soto signs with the Mets?
Win it and he can go.
Because that's exactly why you brought him here.
But that's a short-term versus long-term answer. We're talking about a 25-year-old generational star.
There's no guarantee you get back to the World Series.
Nope.
So it's like you get the World Series that you've been starved of for 15 years.
Let me ask you something, Anthony.
But then you lose relevancy?
All of this
the Yankees are the Yankees. The Yankees don't lose.
No, I'm talking about relevancy in terms of talent. I'm not talking about.
I get exactly what you're saying, Anthony. Let me ask you a question. You're a Cincinnati Reds fan right now.
Yeah.
Would you rather be in a situation? Would you rather right now be the Reds or the Nationals who won a championship 3 years ago?
No, fuck that. I'd rather be the Reds.
I'm telling you, the Nationals.
That's how you know Anthony's never won nothing.
Because
no, but at the same, I'm not rooting for a team for 1 fucking year, and then we're gonna have to deal with the next 3-4 seasons being rebuilding just because we just did everything just for 1 year.
Nationals got their title. They got their title.
And you will.
I think we should put that as a question on Instagram. I like that question though.
I will. That's fine.
We should put that as like a poll.
I think if you win the World Series, that's it. You've done everything you need to do. You could suck for the next decade,
and then just say fuck you to the next potentially 3-4 years.
The problem is if if the Yankees were to lose,
because you're talking about Stanton, you're already saying Stanton might retire. You're saying Stanton's on his last legs.
I think he should.
So he might be out the door.
But let's say Stanton doesn't retire. The Yankees were around 100-win team without Juan Soto. Right? And how many ALCSs have we gone to in the last 6 years? 3? Like, it would suck to not have Juan Soto because we are the fucking Yankees and we shouldn't let just dollars be the reason we don't sign somebody because we are the Yankees. But like I hate to say this, but like we have a replacement in the outfield who hasn't played yet. He's still young, but the kid's a freak. And he's one of the top prospects of baseball, Jason Dominguez. So it's like if Juan Soto were to go, Judge would just take his place back in right field and Dominguez would play center. The idea right now is if Juan Soto resigns, Verdugo's gone. And then they just put Dominguez in left. So it's like they have their contingency plan just in case this happens. And Dominguez is a fucking stud. So you could make it back. It may take 2 years while still competing because you're still going to have Garrett Cole on the payroll. You're still going to have Rodon. You're still going to have the best player in baseball. You're still going to have X, Y, and Z. Like the pieces will be there. It's just you got to get the World Series. If the Knicks won the NBA title and then everybody retired, you would be fine. You'd be like, the Knicks won the title.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be like, okay, cool. We could go be the worst team of all time now, but I just won. I don't give a fuck.
I wouldn't care. I could care less. You give it to me.
We already burned the city to the ground. Like, what is there to even be? Like, there's nothing else.
So, Mike, let me ask you if someone came up to you and said, "Okay, Knicks, we're gonna win the NBA championship this year. Within the next 3 seasons, we're gonna be like a 30-win team." You cool with that?
I'm going to the parade tomorrow. Listen,
you would pass up a chance to win a title,
but we're talking. It's not. It's not. I understand that, but it's like we talking 3 straight seasons of just straight futility.
Would you rather have
just
3 straight seasons of straight futility or 3 straight second round losses? What's the difference?
We said 3. With 3 straight second round losses, there's promise, and we're right there. All right, we're much closer to the mountaintop than being a 30-win team at the end of the day. So of course, I got to take the second round. Well, you're talking about second round losses versus 30.
Yeah, 30. Like at the same time, you're still home. You're like your season got extended a month. Like that's really it. You're just working extra.
Yeah, but a 50-win team is much closer to championship aspirations than a 30-win team. I'll take
if
that.
You're losing, it doesn't make a difference.
Right. Listen, nobody wants an NBA title for the damn Knicks as much as I do and Mike and all these other guys, but I don't, not at the cost of several years of futility. That's just a little OD. Now, if you're like, okay, the next season you're gonna stink, I'm like, all right, cool, I'll take that shit. But like 3 seasons,
think about
which are gonna be completely futile.
Think about how the Rams did it. The Rams mortgaged their next 3-4 years to win that title, and now they're chilling. They're like, cool, we did it. We did it. We're gonna be all right. Like it's cool. Like yeah, we got hurt. It's not killing us. We won the title. There's teams who have never won Super Bowls. Like we did what the 1% of the 1% do. We won. Cool. We can be bad, and the fan base is not going to be mad. The fan base will not be mad because you just won a title. The fan base will still go to the games. They're going to do everything they want to do because at the end of the day, you just won. That buys you at least a decade. At least a decade. Mike McCarthy literally held his job 10 years longer than he should have because he won a Super Bowl.
So 10 years. He's a 10 years long.
10 years is stretching it, but yeah.
Doc Rivers.
That is wild.
I was waiting the Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers keeps getting jobs based off of what he did with 3 Hall of Famers.
Here we go.
Nobody has lived off of a ring longer than Doc Rivers. That's how important that shit is.
16. That man made it stretch 16 motherfucking years.
I would rather the Jets won the World Series, the Super Bowl at any point, blow the team up. Like I don't care, disband the team, resign from the NFL. I don't care. I will be fine. Before you guys have retired from the NFL and say, hey, the Jets are no longer a team in the NFL, I'm good. I got to see them win a Super Bowl. Like, that's it. Cool. I no longer will root for any team. I've lived the mountaintop. Done. You could just Woody, sell the team into oblivion. I don't care. Move the team elsewhere. I don't care. We won the Super Bowl. Be bad for 10 years. Have the first pick every fucking year. Be the Browns. Lose every game. I don't care. You won a Super Bowl.
You got your ring.
Got the ring. Don't matter. I could die happy.
Mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. Job finished. Job done. But luckily, the Yankees would be in the situation where it's like you wouldn't be in like obscurity. You would just go from being the best team in the American League to like a top 5 team in the American League. But in a heartbeat, Juan Soto, you won another World Series ring before the time you're fucking 30. Not a lot of people can say they did that. You did it with the biggest franchise in the sport, one of the biggest franchises in the world. You made your money. You did your
But
thing.
in the Juan Soto, in that hypothetical, going back to the Juan Soto one, you think about, okay, let's say you lose this World Series, but then you keep Soto for God only knows the length in terms of the
15
contract he's
years.
getting. It's going to be 10 to 15 years. You have, at the very least, I'm not going to put an exact number, you have several more years of potentially going back to the World Series to win it by keeping Juan Soto, as opposed to just going all in on just one.
When was the last time a team went back to back for a World Series? Is it us?
Yeah.
Yeah. The likelihood of that happening isn't very high, Anthony. We have to go back to literally like 98, 99 for that. So, like, I'm not betting on that. That's a hard thing to do. Gotta take
Now,
what's in
I
front
see
of you.
what you guys are talking about.
Gotta take what's in front of you.
And with that, we move on to this team.
Libs. What did I say? Libs in 5?
Shed lives in 5. It was stressful. It was.
Yes, it was.
It took everything. Probably the biggest. So now, yeah, it might be the biggest shot in franchise history.
Yep.
Sabrina making that shot in Game 3. All the non-WNBA fans didn't see the non-call, the bad call at the end of Game 4 that no one talked about at the end of Game 4, but it's okay. And then a great game in Game 5 that went to overtime. I am upset for the W that there was a controversial call because, as I saw, it was the most watched WNBA game.
Doesn't impact the game, though. Doesn't matter.
Like last 15 years or something like that. It was the most watched game. So, and it was a great game. Like, great game. The WNBA definitely gained fans off of that game because it was a good game. There was the emotion, the stress. It was all there. So, and even actually, the call actually helps because controversy sells. So there will be
That is true. That is true.
Minnesota Lynx fans that are going to watch them next year to see if they can
Cry
it back.
about it.
But yeah, they can cry.
As much as I don't like the situation, that is very true what you just said. Controversy does sell.
And the Liberty won. There was a lot going on that night because it was Sunday. It was football. I told Dylan I didn't know how I just wasn't even going to be watching. He thought I was talking about.
I'm happy for you, Mike. I'm happy for you that day.
His bum ass Jets. I don't care about the Jets. I don't care about the Jets. The Liberty are playing Game 5 for the title at home. Let me tell you, Dylan, I almost made another bad financial decision on Sunday. Came very close. I came very close to making a very bad financial decision on Sunday, but I did not. I did not.
Is this the first? Is this the first year in football where all our teams just unequivocally just stink?
Maybe.
Last year.
Yeah, last year too.
Well, no, I'm talking about like stink. Like at least the Jets, you guys were like 7-10.
That's still bad.
They had the
Like, that's
same record.
stink.
They had the same record as Tennessee. They just beat us in the head to head, or was it one game, Dylan? Like
Yeah, like
I
we
think we
all
all had the
sucked
same
last year.
record last year. But regardless, this is their time right now.
This is the first time on the pod that one of our teams has won anything.
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yes, it is.
No, it is.
Anthony, none of you teams ever win. So,
None of your teams ever.
this is what, the second time on the pod that our team has made it to, or third time now, because we have the Yankees and the Liberty here. Third times where one of our teams got to the championship game,
Yeah,
because
the
the
Liberty got there
Yankees
last year.
2 years ago were in the ALCS. This year we have World Series and WNBA titles, so kudos to Mike and I. Yeah. Did the Titans go to the AFC Championship game in the pod time or no? Did you guys lose?
No.
Who did you guys lose
Shit.
to?
What year was it? It was Kansas City.
Cincinnati. But the year we went to the AL, has Marcus Mariota always?
No, that was Tannehill.
Yeah.
No, because you guys remember it was in Denver. You guys benched Mariota. You guys were like 2-4, and then y'all pulled him and y'all started Ryan Tannehill for the rest of the year. I can't remember what year that was, but that was the year y'all went to the. I think it was that year or the year after y'all went to the AFC title game and lost to Kansas City.
AFC title game twice.
2019, so right before we started the pod.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys beat the Ravens in Baltimore, and then y'all went to Kansas City.
And
right before we started the pod.
Almost got it done, but Patty.
Oh no!
Almost got it.
Curse.
Huh?
The Drake curse has hit the world.
What happened? What do you do? What is that? Who's?
Today's his birthday.
We love it.
Today is his birthday. Shout out to Drake, 38 years old.
Who cares?
We all know what this is. Oh no! Why would he do this? Yankees at 6. Oh no! He should have kept quiet.
Love that. So Dylan. So you're right. This is the first championship for any of our teams in the pod. I was watching it in real time. It's really it's really a blur for me at this point. I don't even remember if I was like in the chat or not.
You were in the chat like.
No, you were definitely in the chat.
You were after the game ended.
Oh yeah,
I was watching the game live too.
When the game ended,
you were like, you said you were getting emotional in the chat and everything. I might have lost for words.
I have no qualms in saying I literally not bawling crying, but I was crying. I haven't had that feeling of euphoria since the Yankees won, but it was different because when the Yankees win, I'm excited. I'm pumped. Like when the Yankees clinched, I was excited. Yes, I was emotional because and it's funny because I did get to watch the replay because, like I said, I kind of blacked out. I don't even really remember. I just remember celebrating. My girlfriend was here celebrating. My dad was celebrating. Like it was a very happy house. And I rewatched it, and I just remember seeing all the girls crying, the Liberty mascot crying because it wasn't an excited yet. It was a release. I saw Teresa Weatherspoon crying. 28 years. Like the Liberty franchise has been to the finals 5 times and never
And
won.
never won it. Never
5
won it.
times. And this series was so shout out to the Lynx because this series was so hard and they were so good. Like I was nervous the whole game. Like it and this is how I know with the Liberty definitely just broke through because I definitely had that I don't want to say that cursed franchise
That
syndrome
feeling. Yep.
because I thought they were going to lose.
I
I
had
was
that feeling going into halftime.
halftime. I wasn't I because
It
the
felt
way
off.
that game was going, they looked like they were pressing, but it didn't feel like it was out of reach because Minnesota couldn't hit a shot. So I didn't feel nervous, but I mean, it was time to step on the gas. And then literally after the third quarter, I felt really good. I was nervous, but I felt good because they were playing better. And I just, silly me, I just thought at some point Sabrina was going to have to make a shot. At some
Hey,
point
listen, and that 1-3 shot that she made
was
was
big.
enough for me to get up, and I was like, "Yes, that's it."
It at some point it was going to fall, but it was just a release. It was just a release. I'm really upset that they're having the parade on a Thursday and I can't get off of work because I absolutely would have went, but I can't go because I have to be an adult and it's stupid. But I will be working from home and I will be watching every second of it. But
That's crazy. And then you're going right into a Yankee series too. Just
let me
literally the day after.
I hope my job's not watching because I'm telling you right now, I'm not coming to work that next day. Well, that next day I might come to work, maybe. I don't know when or where that parade would be. It actually would be on the same thing that the Liberties is going to be on, but
Well, the Liberty are doing, I think, 2 parades.
yeah, they're doing one in
They're
Manhattan
doing
and one
Manhattan and Brooklyn.
and at the stadium, but you have at the stadium at the arena, but the arena one is free and ticketed, and I'm not doing because by the time I get to Brooklyn, it's too
Yeah.
much. It's too
The
much.
Yankees, the hard part here is the financial advisor at my job is also a big Yankee fan, and that's all we've been talking about all year since I've been there. And I know he'll be there at work.
At the parade,
So
or
I know he'll be there at work the next day because he's a little bit older. But that's one of those things I have to whisper to be like, "Don't mention the Yankees. Don't mention the World Series. Don't mention the parade to anybody
just don't just act like
because
nothing happened.
I'm not showing up to work."
It's
Period.
not. It's not.
That's I made it very clear with all my other bosses beforehand. Hey, if any of my teams win, I'm not showing up. I haven't done that here
Mike,
because
would,
it hasn't felt really real. It's been like empty
Mike, would you
promises.
rather go to Mike? Would you rather go to a Knicks parade or a Yankees parade?
Thanks, parade.
Oh, the Knicks parade would be insane.
You guys, I'm
We've seen the
telling
Yankees
you,
win.
you're gonna have to put a tracker on my body because I don't know what will happen. I don't know what will happen. I don't know what will happen. Just letting you know. I don't know what will happen. It better be a team effort. Someone better come with me because I don't know what's gonna happen.
It's
I
one of those
thought about
things
Don't
where
worry, admit.
I thought about that after the Liberty one. The way I'm feeling now for the Liberty, I don't even know how I would feel. I really don't even know how I would feel if I got to witness that.
the two teams that would burn the city to the ground would be the Knicks and the Jets. Would burn the city to the ground.
You don't think the Giants will burn the city to the ground?
No,
Spoiled.
because the Giants have won.
Although, let me tell you, I went to that Giants parade in '09. That was a time.
It was a time, and
That was I've never. That's why I want to go to
now tell the
another
world
one.
about how Jet fans are, Michael.
They're crazy. They're crazy. So
Yeah, Jet fans would absolutely.
Imagine like the if you go to the Giants game this time, Imagine just what a jet parade would look like.
Dylan would use all his PTO. You won't see him for a week. That man is gone.
Anthony, I will be out here in these streets flipping cars.
I'm laughing, but I'm right there. I would be not a sane person.
I'd have the police on me because I'd be like jumping on people's roofs. Like I would be I'd be doing shit that's completely out of character. Completely out of character. Because I waited my whole life for this.
My whole life. Now I've waited 28 years for the Liberty, which is almost my whole life. It's literally 90% of my basketball life since I started watching basketball and been a fan. About 90% of that have been with the Liberty. So yeah, like it was.
And the Knicks was in '94. Last time we went to the finals.
99.
Oh, 99, my bad. Yeah, 99.
I remember it well. young.
Even though it's funny enough, I do remember that one too.
Young fan me thought they were going to.
I just remember my older brother crying and going upstairs. I vividly remember that.
Cinderella. I really thought that team was going to win. Older me. Older, more experienced
Anthony's
basketball
older brother.
fan me.
Oh,
they in that series. They had
Anthony's older brother has so much heartbreak. Because what? You have
he's a Knicks and a Titans fan.
And then you have
99 and then the Titans happened a couple years later.
It was like what, 2000, right? Was it 2000 or it was 2000?
So he in back-to-back years
Me too.
had the Knicks. Damn, Mike.
Me too.
That's nasty.
And haven't been back.
The only thing worse than that would be if you were a Bills fan in the 90s. That would be like the only thing worse than that. Because you have I'm telling you right now, if the Jets went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost 4 straight Super Bowls, I'm not here.
Yeah, we'd have to put a tracker on you.
I'd be somewhere else. I'd be destroyed. Listen,
Whoa, Rosby. That's what if you're gonna be that, what the hell is Roz gonna
do? Whatever Roz is, I'm 10 times worse at that point. I'm 10 times worse because I'm radical. Roz is just Roz is ridiculous. I'm radical when it comes to that stuff. Jumping out. Jumping out.
No, but in all seriousness, like when I saw that 30 for 30, I was like half the time I was just in disbelief. I was like, man, 4 years in a row, dog. You lost a big one.
I watched most of
How do you deal with that mental?
I don't know. Well, I mean, it's easy when that's literally the only team in town, though. Like
you had news anchors. Hey God, please let the Bills win. Oh, brutal.
And he said, "No."
No.
No.
They lost to like every
NFC East team. Yep. Yep. Washington, Cowboys twice, and Giants.
Oh my God. Love it.
So shout out to the Liberty, making dreams come true. Can't wait for the parade. Can't wait to run it back. Shout out to Ellie the Elephant. I hope they give Ellie a ring. I really do. I really do. But we move on. Let's talk a little foosball. I don't really have to say much at this point. The Jets stink. And my Super Bowl pick, the Ravens. Hey, it's almost like somebody on here said, hey, I watched them Ravens. They have a Hawk now, and he's still really good. I don't think people realize he's still really good.
And Harbaugh still forgets to fucking play him. I was fuming all Monday night. I had to cash out all my parlays because I was losing money. I was losing money for every second he didn't score a touchdown. It was so insane that man just didn't play the first half. He didn't play the first half. But then he had 2 big plays in the second half and then just also didn't play again. So I don't get it. Also, the Buccaneers wide receiver core exploded
on live TV. Because I still don't. I mean, obviously, sprained or popped. I don't know what Mike Evans did to his hamstring, but Chris Godwin,
At
man,
least the positive with him is that it's only going to be a few weeks. Godwin is just done.
he's done. He's done. Unfortunately, we saw a lot of that in the last week. The last couple weeks, we've unfortunately seen a lot of that. We saw me and Dylan in real time. Saw Deshaun Watson in real time. And knew what, and
immediately.
we both knew what it was.
Immediately.
Didn't want to say it, but
I said it.
you said it. I didn't want to say it because
I said it because I lived it.
How do you guys feel about the fan reaction when that happened?
So when you hear me say certain fan bases don't deserve good things, this is an example of why certain franchises don't deserve good things.
I don't like the cheering for injury thing. I don't like that. I don't like the fans booing the injury. I don't care how bad a human he is, outside of football or whatever. At the end of the day, you're the fucking Browns. And the reason you can't have nice things is this exact reason right here.
And that's bullshit and a cop out because when that happened, none of those fans was thinking about his off field stuff. None of them, not one. So I don't even want to hear that.
Oh, they all booed him because he was just playing bad.
Exactly. So I don't even want to hear that part of it. That part, yeah, sure, you can say that, but again, context, y'all get mad when I say it, we all know what it is. It doesn't have to be said. We know what it is. They were not thinking about his off-field stuff when that happened. They were thinking about the fact that he has not been good playing well this year. So again, you get what you deserve. Now, and I know that there are some people like Roz who absolutely, when they signed Deshaun, was like, I'm done with that franchise. And rightfully so. And it is what it is. I don't know that man. I don't know what it's in his heart. I don't know anything about it. But I do know, like I've said a zillion times, karma don't miss. Ever. So
Anthony's living proof of that.
I wish I hope that's not the end of his career.
I hope he recovers. I hope he
last season was the shoulder, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And this one, damn, yes, two straight years in a row.
Career. But what went through my mind is that might be the last play he ever plays in the NFL.
Yes, that was mine too. Because I feel like he may just say fuck it and just retire.
Or
I don't think he has a choice.
I don't even know if he would say that. I just feel
what team's gonna want him?
Yeah, I don't think
he's still under contract for 3 years.
I don't think he's gonna be good enough to come back. That's the hard truth. I don't think he's gonna be good.
Listen, if he's good enough to come back,
at this point, if you're the Cleveland Browns, he is just a complete 100% liability.
He's a year gone now, so that brings him back week 9, maybe next year.
Well, so if you really think about it, you can recover for this injury in 8 months with the money and the access that he has to all this stuff. If he tackles rehab, he could be back by
around preseason. Preseason.
Yeah.
I don't see
actually, no, my bad. Yeah, training camp.
Well, Kirk Cousins tore his Achilles around the same time.
What week was that when he did that?
Kirk Cousins was around.
It was earlier.
No,
A
it was
little bit.
6.
Wasn't like week 5?
My guess would be week 6 or 7. 6. I'm leaning 6, but you could be right. Maybe it was later.
October 29th.
Mm.
So we're almost a
Wow.
full year away. Yeah, he'll be back. This is
But
not
again,
2004 anymore.
I don't know if he's good enough
Well,
because the skills were already eroding.
this is the cool part about having a nifty contract like he's got. Because if they
There's
cut him,
another player who's
it's like 70 million a year dead cap.
yep,
They're not cutting him.
72 the next 2 years.
They're not cutting him. And
So
now that
like
he's hurt, they're not cutting him. He's
if
just
he's just
there.
going to be on the roster to be a backup, and it's like, all right, trade me. Oh no, he wants to trade me. All right, bet I'm here. I won't be a distraction. I won't
I'm
be
just gonna
anything.
show up to work every day.
I'm gonna come to work. You need me. You need me. I'll come in. But it is what it is. So sucks for him. The fans are assholes for doing all that. I like the players coming to his defense, but at the same time, chill out. At the same time, chill out a little bit.
I love Jameis's speech.
Jameis is such a good human, right? I love Jameis Winston, the human.
I'm starting to think Jameis is going to be a really good college coach.
Yes.
Like he's going to get
when
kids,
he decides to hang it up,
he's going to get kids to run through a wall for him.
He's born to be a leader in
He's
some way, shape, or form. He is a leader of men. Absolutely. I love the Jameis yells plays in the huddle like he's got a secret. Like he's telling everybody a secret, but all his speeches are great. Like I love Jameis Winston. I want him to succeed. Like it's his time now. It sucks that the week that this happens, he's not active, and we had to watch DTR football for fucking 3 quarters, and that was fucking terrible.
Then he got hurt,
and it's like, all right, Jameis time touchdown. I was like, yeah, well, put Jameis in the game. Put Jameis Winston. Let him do his thing. Like the Browns fans deserve the roller coaster that is Jameis Winston, the quarterback, because it's better.
Watch them go on a run.
Again, the roller coaster of Jameis Winston is much better than what they were getting with Deshaun Watson. Much better than what they were getting with Deshaun Watson.
Very true.
They traded their best coach. They traded their best receiver. So we'll see. Let's get to these midseason awards. Let's move it along because we still got a lot to go over because there's so much going on in sports. Do you need me to write these down? Are we gonna come back and laugh at these later? We don't really do
let's do it. I want to come back and laugh.
I figured you would.
I feel like we're gonna be on the same page with a lot of these.
I do too. That's why I'm not sure. But NFL mid.
The NFL is mid. Oh, DeJounte Murray fractured his hand.
Yeah, I saw. Dylan, who is the MVP of the midseason?
Josh Allen.
Look at you giving that guy you hate some credit.
I don't hate Josh. Like the idea that I hate Josh Allen is wild. I refer to a top 3 quarterback as a top 3 quarterback, and all of a sudden I'm hating.
You don't refer to him as a top 3 quarterback. The way
you be hating on him like crazy. Yeah.
Listen, do we not think that idiot is still hanging out in his head? Like on his shoulder, like the Green Goblin.
Look, he's been rebuking that demon. Shit.
He's got that motherfucker is on his shoulder, just like do it. See those guys over there? Throw the ball over there. Do it. And he's doing a good job of fucking telling him to shut up. So it's like I give credit where credit is due. Like he is the MVP. I would have thought that Pat had a better shot, but these last 2 weeks, Pat has played very bad football. Very fucking bad football. except for like running over Mustafa in the
But he
end
still
zone.
made winning
Dreadful.
plays. He still has had winning plays.
I don't care. Like at the end of the day, like you have winning plays. If you're playing bad, I can't tell you're the MVP when there is a guy playing the position better. That's why I was saying like the quarterback isn't like winning isn't a quarterback stat because Pat's winning and Josh's winning are completely different.
But they're both winning.
Completely different. They're
And
both winning, and who's playing better?
Patty's undefeated.
Who's playing better?
Josh.
Exactly. So winning doesn't matter in that case.
It's not the end all be all.
It doesn't
But
matter.
Patty is winning. And that's why Patty is in this race.
Well, Patty's just dropping out of this race very fast. Love Patty, but he's dropping. Same thing with CJ Stroud. Fucking dropping too. You can't be MVP if you're throwing 80 yards in a game. Not when you have the weapons that you
can't. Depoy.
Oh, TJ Watt.
That might be a unanimous one. I don't know where
TJ Watt. Like
where
you could put TJ Watt in my top 5 for MVP too. That boy a dog.
Coach of the year. Is it Robert Saleh?
Yeah, right. Yeah, him being the executive of the Packers. Homeboy from the Vikings.
I forget what that dude's name
What the fuck is his name? Not Stefanski.
So the owner of the Vikings?
No, the coach of the Vikings. What the fuck is his name? O'Connell? Coach of the Vikings. Kevin O'Connell.
And that's it. We know, offensive rookie of the year is
the one I predicted before the year started. But that might be in jeopardy if he can't play because he's got broken ribs.
Misses 2 games.
I mean, sometimes the 2 games is all you need, especially if Caleb comes out of nowhere.
It cost Jalen Hurts the MVP. So you're right about that.
Well, Jalen Hurts was never going to win MVP, so we can do that.
What's going on?
Where Jalen Hurts your MVP, Mike?
Back then, yeah.
No, I'm talking about right now.
Right now, no.
No, he stinks.
5-2.
Stinks.
All right, Anthony. Who's your MVP?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I want to say Josh Allen, but I say slightly right now. I have to give the nod to Jared Goff.
That is not.
I think he's MVP.
I thought you were going to go with.
I like the Jared
Goff. His stats have been absolutely insane. He is on a epic tear right now in terms of just touchdowns, efficiency, completion percentage. It is just insane what he's doing right now.
He's playing very well. I'm not mad at it. Depoy?
Dexter Lawrence. Dude is literally on pace to break the single season sack record. He already has like literally 9 sacks right now in 7 games.
That's fair, though. That's a fair pick.
It's fair, but like if that's the case, like there's a bunch of other guys who have like 1 less sack.
He's wrecking games.
He is wrecking games.
Wrecking.
Yeah, he is wrecking games. As much as the Giants stink, he is doing his thing. Like.
So I'm not mad at it. Coach of the year?
This is a tough one. I want to give it to Mike Tomlin.
Want to or going to?
I think he's going to get it.
No, not going to get it. Who is it right now?
Oh, who is it right now? Oh, it's Mike Tomlin.
Good man. Good man. Mine is uh tough because everything in me wants to give the MVP to the Hulk, Derrick Henry.
You know it's not
Everything
happening.
in me, but
You know it's an MVP quarterback award.
it is a quarterback award. So I'm going to give it to his quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
That's what I thought Anthony was going to go with. He wasn't going to go with Josh Allen. I thought he was going to do with Lamar.
Lamar's playing out of this world right now.
He is also playing out of this world.
Out of this world right now.
Or what is it? The best rushing duo ever? Insane.
But Mike, I can see where you're coming from with Derrick Henry because I think Henry's on pace to break another record. I forgot which one it is.
I mean, he's on pace for 2,000 yards. He's not going to get 2,000 yards, but
Yeah, because Harbaugh doesn't use them.
but
He's still breaking off 80-yard runs despite not
Imagine if
being
Harbaugh used them more.
the only way Derrick Henry gets MVP is if he rushes for 2,000 yards. If he rushes for 2,000 yards, then he will win MVP. Then Dylan, then
I still
the glass
think
ceiling will
there's
be
a
broken.
way that they wouldn't give it to him.
If he
He'll
rushes,
definitely win offensive player.
Listen,
if he rushes
Chris
for
Johnson
2,000
broke 2,000 and he didn't even get a sniff for MVP that year.
No, he finished top 5.
That's not real. Top 5 is not real. They'll find a way to give it to a quarterback. Don't worry. The running back 2,000 yards is people do it. It's the receiving 2,000 is going to be the one
People
that's
do it. People do
no.
not do it. It's not a.
It's been done.
It happens every other year thing.
It's been done.
It's been done, but it's
JJ Watt should have been MVP.
an elite.
I also agree with that.
Yeah. That man did everything you possibly could as a defensive player and still could not win MVP. That man was catching touchdowns that year.
Yeah, Derrick Henry broke 2,000 a couple years ago.
No,
didn't sniff it. Didn't sniff it. MVP.
He got robbed. He got robbed.
Who won MVP in 2020?
Who won that year?
Was that Rodgers again?
I think so. Was that
Brady.
the year he went 49-5?
It was Rodgers.
Yeah.
But that was the year Rodgers threw like 4 picks all year, right?
Yeah, he had like 50 touchdown passes and like 4 picks.
I fucking wish. Washed out.
He's like, why can't I get that man back?
Washed. Yeah, 48 touchdowns, 5 picks. Suck my dick, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he went fucking nuclear that year.
Suck my.
I think that was their 15-1 year, right?
Nah. Their 15-1 year was
20.
no, their 15-1 year that was way back.
That's the year they lost to Tampa Bay in the.
This is a 13-3.
Was that the end?
No, the 15-1 is that was when they lost to the Giants. That was the 15-1 year.
13-3, and they lost to the Bucks. This is the year they lost to Brady.
That's the Bucks year, yeah.
Yeah, that's the year they lost to Brady. Man, that game was horrible.
Coach of the year is Mike Tomlin because there's no other coach. It's him. It's him.
So Kevin O'Connell also isn't there?
Don't care. It's Mike
Tomlin. I say Dan Campbell's up there.
He is.
I'll say the Vikings also are. Nobody thought the Vikings were to be this fucking good.
It's Mike Tomlin.
No, it's just Mike Tomlin.
But it is Mike Tomlin.
I'm not going to argue Mike Tomlin, but to say that there's no other coaches, no, there are absolutely other coaches.
No, there are definitely other coaches.
Mike Tomlin, only Mike Tomlin. Nobody thought the Vikings would be as good as they are. Like, what are we doing here?
It's Mike Tomlin. So okay, so that was easy enough. Yeah, that's it.
Who's your MVP? Oh, you said MVP was Lamar Jackson. Coach of the year, Mike Tomlin. Who's
Mike
your
Mike Tomlin.
Didn't we get asked one more?
Defensive
player of the year.
Oh, I agree with TJ Watt.
TJ Watt.
I'm not.
I would say
I'm not mad at Dexter Lawrence.
Dexter Lawrence is a good pull.
I wouldn't even really be mad if you gave me I can't even think of his name. He's on the line from Dylan's team.
Will
McDonald.
McDonald.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad
Yeah,
at that either.
I was about to say he's the other guy with 8
I
sacks.
wouldn't be mad at it because he's also just being different.
Yeah, he's
He's being different. But no, I would give to TJ. TJ's just doing.
TJ does
different
everything.
things. Yeah,
he does fucking everything. Put him in the MVP conversation.
I would say Dan Quinn should get some coach of the year consideration too.
Who?
Dan Quinn. You should get coach of the year consideration.
No.
Dan Quinn.
It's Mike Tomlin.
No, I'm not saying he is. I'm saying it's Mike Tomlin. I'm saying
we'll talk about
consideration.
Dan
I think
your consideration in like 4 weeks.
if
he gets a big win against
I
good
know
team,
one thing, Dylan.
But again, but Dylan, the same argument you use with the Vikings, you can say the same thing with the Commanders, though.
The Vikings beat good teams. What are we doing,
Dylan? That Commander.
But still, nobody thought the Commanders were going to be good. Nobody thought. Come on, nobody thought that Commanders team was going to be good at all.
I already gave Anthony his props. I was like, you know what?
And yes, you can sit here and say you can sit here and say strength of schedule. I'll give you that, but at the same time, it's not like they're just beating teams; they're blowing these teams the fuck out. They're just straight up blowing these teams out. I don't care.
The dog shit out of the teams that they are better than.
It's still hard to beat the dog shit out of NFL teams. All right, no matter how awful they are. But the Commanders are consistently. The Commanders are consistently beating the dog shit out of teams, Dylan.
They're beating bad football teams.
All right, Anthony.
Are they not?
Give him time, Anthony. Just the more he digs this hole, the better it will be.
Because, like, listen,
right.
if the Commanders beat the Steelers handedly, you'll get a big old my bad. If they beat the Eagles handedly,
but you're going to say the Eagles stink.
Well, no, I think
you will say the Eagles stink.
They're a better football team than the Commanders are. I think they're a better football team because the Commanders' defense is terrible. But you know who's also terrible? The fucking Panthers. So they couldn't score shit.
I don't even want to talk about the Eagles because I hate this podcast and everyone in it because we do stupid petty things in here, and I don't even want to talk about it.
Are we going to talk about how Jalen Hurts is only able to throw streaks and nothing else as a quarterback? Because he is. I watched too many times in that Giant game where he had the middle open and he just couldn't find the receiver, but he throws fucking dots on the sideline throws. Dots on the sideline throws.
I just like Jalen Hurts should be a top 3 quarterback right now, and just for some reason he's just
not even top fucking 15.
I wouldn't. I don't know if I would go that far, but
I can make the argument.
No, you can't.
That might be a stretch, Dylan. Not top 15.
I'm going to name 15 quarterbacks, not in order. Are you ready? Sam Darnold.
All right.
Jordan Love. Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray's better than Jalen Hurts? No. Come on, Dylan. No, Dylan. That is a mean stretch.
We'll take Kyler Murray away. Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, take him off.
Lamar Jackson. Because I'm going to go unanimous. I'm not going to do ones we're going to fight over, right? Lamar Jackson. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is also in that MVP.
Mike. Joe Burrow is easily better than Jalen Hurts.
Balling the fuck out right now, so you better get back on his name. CJ Stroud. Jared Goff.
I might have to fight you a little bit on the CJ Stroud one. He hasn't looked that good this year, Dylan. I've seen better from Jalen Hurts this year.
Jared Goff.
Yeah, Jared Goff. That's 5.
Cousins.
That's 6.
Baker Mayfield.
7, but that might be off the list soon.
Josh Allen,
That's definitely 8.
Geno Smith. Mike, don't get that face.
Very
Geno
close.
Smith's number 1 in the NFL in
It,
yards.
it, it, it's very close, but yes, I'll give you that.
Jaden Daniels,
Yes, I'll give you that.
Patrick Mahomes,
Yep.
Brock Purdy.
No.
That's crazy.
No.
Outside, don't let this
Brock
last
Purdy
game
has
fool you. Don't let this last game fool you.
Brock Purdy has also thrown he didn't play well in the Rams. No, there was another game where he played really bad too as well. Brock
Right.
Purdy has not been that great this year. When those stars started falling, his play started falling. I'm not sure if I can give. Just take out Purdy for a second. I don't know. I see Jalen Hurts has played better in my opinion than Purdy because all the stuff. As much as I hate to admit this, the things that you've been saying about Purdy are starting to look very true. I mean, I'll give credit where credit's due.
It's almost like that offense looks pedestrian without Christian McCaffrey.
Mike, it's not just Christian McCaffrey. Their entire offensive weapon system is just broken. They're all
So then are you going to hold Brock Purdy accountable for that then?
the whole offensive system
Is he
being bad.
playing is he playing with G Leaguers?
No, he's this whole season he's had Ayuk, he's had Debo, he's had these guys.
And their offense has
He hasn't really had Debo like that.
Since
Debo's been on and off with the health.
Season when Christian McCaffrey wasn't there.
Kittle's been on and off too.
Worse every week.
Yeah.
Granted, the problem is McCaffrey's in the passing game is the thing they miss a lot, right? But they're showing that they could literally have any quarterback run their system. That's really any running back works, any quarterback works.
If that was the case, they'd be winning.
That's also not entirely true. Because
if any quarterback can do it, and any running back can do it, that's what's happening right now. Is
Christian McCaffrey throwing the stupidest interceptions you'll see?
No.
It's not his fault.
You need players.
They have players. They have elite players. This is what happens. I don't understand the whole Brandon Ayuk thing before he tore his ACL. That thing's just wild to me. You're a top wide receiver in this game.
I tell you what happened. I drafted him. That's what happened.
You're a top wide receiver in this game.
You drafted him.
You shouldn't be in this bad of a spot as a wide receiver in the NFL. That's it. That shouldn't be like that. Jamar Chase also didn't fucking have training camp or preseason. It took him a game. Ayuk looks terrible. Debo hasn't looked great. Kittle's they are struggling. And I think that just falls on Purdy, to be honest. But if they're going to pay Brock Purdy, they're going to be in for a rude fucking awakening. I know
I understand it's one game, but this was the game where Purdy's supposed to put the load on his shoulders, and he just fell flat.
The last
he threw 3 dumb picks.
He's supposed to do that. He's fucked up. He was supposed to do that in the Super Bowl. What happened in the Super Bowl?
He didn't play bad in the Super Bowl.
He didn't play bad in the Super Bowl.
I thought he played bad in the Super Bowl. He played very indecisive, and he wasn't confident in the throws he was making. That's where he played bad. That's what you need. All year, Brock Purdy, last season, he was just confident in every fucking throw he made. In the Super Bowl, he just became very timid. Yeah, you got a couple completions. Great. But he wasn't making confident throws, and he didn't trust himself. That's why they lost.
It also helps when you have Yak Kings on both sides.
Because their defense couldn't stop the Chiefs when they needed to.
And the Chiefs stopped him because he didn't make the right throws. The throws he was making all year, he wasn't making. And then Shanahan's play calling came to shit because whenever he sees Steve Spagnuolo, he fucking freaks out.
I will say he played good enough to have them up 10 in the second half.
Oh, that works so well, huh?
until the defense gave it up.
Well, and it's up to you to
I'm
score.
worried.
You got to overtime, you didn't score.
Never got the ball. No, they did get the.
You have
No,
your time. You have your chance to match in the playoffs. They didn't score. They kicked a field goal.
they kicked the field goal.
They didn't score a touchdown.
And then their defense gave up a touchdown.
Because if they would have scored a touchdown, if they give up a touchdown, it's just the same thing again.
They kicked the field goal, but again, the defense
Score a
gave
touchdown.
up a touchdown.
Cool. It's up to you for your offense to score.
Or how about this? Get a stop and win the Super Bowl.
How about this? You have the ball. Make it difficult for them to fucking win. They can't win on a touchdown if you score a touchdown.
They also can't win if you stop them. They can't win. They lose.
This is why winning and losing isn't a quarterback stat, because you're over here defending the defense, saying the defense should have did their job.
I'm not defending the defense. I'm blaming.
You said you're blaming. You're blaming.
There we go.
So it's not a quarterback stat if you're blaming the defense.
Oh my god, the age-old conversation that will never end.
Yeah, he lost, but you can lose and it not be your fault.
That's not how that works.
It is how it works.
That's not how that works.
It works in every other sport except this one. To weird reason, football is the only sport where you don't think that this is a thing when it literally is the same thing in every other sport.
There's too many people on the field at one time for it to be one person's fault, for it to be solely one person's stat. That's why.
Dylan,
that Chiefs loss was Brock Purdy's fault.
You play 11.
Sense.
You play 11 guys on both sides.
That logic makes no sense, because then why is there a statistic in baseball for winning or losing for pitching? That makes no sense. It's the same thing.
Is it a completely different sport?
Every other sport, it's the same thing.
It has its own. So besides baseball, there's other like individual stats that include winning in their record.
We did this, and I
still
showed you that I can pull up the win.
The conversation that never dies, ladies and gentlemen.
I can pull it up. Every player you name, I can pull it up. Every player, you can't name one. Like
you play. It's a 53-man roster. There's 11 men on both sides. Why does the quarterback get credit for the win if they throw fucking 6 passes? They don't completely. Aiden O'Connell is my perfect example here. Aiden O'Connell is my perfect example here. Aiden O'Connell against the Chiefs last year didn't complete a pass in the second half, and they won.
Still won the game.
That's why should he deserve a win when the defense did everything?
Still won.
He didn't turn over the ball like Mahomes did that game.
He also didn't do anything to win them the game. The defense scored all the points.
But he didn't do anything to lose them the game.
Exactly.
And Mahomes did. And Mahomes threw 2 back-to-back picks.
The defense scored all the points.
He hurt the team.
Why does he get credit when the defense did all the work?
But at the end of the day,
why did who got the win for the Yankees? I don't even know who got the win in Game 5 when Juan Soto hit the home run. The pitcher didn't do anything. Juan Soto hit the home run, but that pitcher got a win, though, didn't he? What is the difference?
So does Juan Soto get a win in his stat book?
He does.
He does.
The Yankees has a win-loss. He has a win-loss record.
Do.
Juan Soto has a win-loss record.
It's not an individual sport.
But Juan Soto has a win-loss record.
Juan Soto has a win-loss record based on the teams that he played for. The teams that he played for.
The games that he played.
The teams that he played for, because it's not just how many people are on the baseball roster.
Total 40.
40? Cool. You can't play baseball on one-on-one. It doesn't work that way. It's a team sport. So Juan Soto has a win-loss record based off of the record of the teams that he plays on.
Okay.
He does not have a win-loss record. The teams have a win-loss record, and you take all those wins and losses from the teams. Pitchers are different. They track wins and losses. That's just the way it is. Pitchers have a stat column for wins and losses. Nobody else does. Right? The quarterback being useless on the field, but still getting credit for a win is stupid. Especially because let's go back to the Raider team from like 3 years ago that would score a bunch of points, but then give up fucking more points than they scored. They'd score like 40 and then they'd give up 45. Why is that Derek Carr's fault?
Because he didn't score 46.
The defense could have held somebody to 38. Is that asking for a lot? Asking for a punt? Like one punt changes the game.
He started. He didn't score enough points. They lost.
But does he play defense?
No.
So then it's not on him. He didn't lose the game.
But pitchers don't hit
anymore.
Regardless.
Again, it's a different sport. You're trying to compare me. We have gotten a table and we've emptied out a bunch of fruit on the table. And you're trying to tell me that all of these things are the same because they are a sport. And I'm like, no, this is an apple. This is a strawberry. They're not the same.
They are the same. And
they're not.
Trying to make it different.
No, they are different. Are apples and oranges the same?
Holding on to the fact that they're different sports.
Are apples and oranges the same
thing?
Are apples and oranges the same?
They are not the same thing.
Neither is football and baseball. Because baseball, you have what?
Wins and losses.
No, they're not the same.
Those are still the same.
They're not the same.
You either win or you lose.
That's not the same. Can you lose in football 1-0?
No.
So they're not the same.
But you can lose the game, right?
This is like saying, hey, all of these things are sports. In the most generalized term, yes, you can lose.
But that is what you're doing.
These are sports.
By saying they're two different sports.
They are different sports,
right? So
the games are played different.
No, it is.
Let me know when Garrett Cole gets run over by a 6'4", 240-pound running back.
Different thing, Dylan. Wins and losses are the same.
They're not.
Whichever sports you want to go to, wins and losses are the same.
They're not.
Whichever player you want to give me, I can give you his said player's win-loss record.
But the problem with that is it's not their solely record. It's the record of the teams they played on with the other people on their team.
It's fine, Dylan. It's you want to die on the hill. It's fine. You die on the hill. Our viewers can clearly see what's going on here. We'll just leave it at that. Because we have to make 8,000 picks for the NBA season. I get to make my confidence picks because I believe I'm winning now.
No. The standings are the exact same. You're ahead of me by 1 point.
What did I get wrong? It's a different segment.
Falcons.
Who lost?
They got the doors going off there.
Lost. It's an L for Kirk Cousins.
It's not. It's for the Falcons.
Kirk Cousins lost. All right. Well, let's get to the NBA season. The Celtics hit 29 threes against the Knicks to open the season on banner night. Cute little ceremony, bringing back their old fogies to raise banner 18.
Cute little ceremony. The Knicks could never.
Trying to rub it in the Lakers' face, trolling the Lakers on their pre-game telecast. That's cool. Celtics, that was your night. That's great. Have fun. Be blessed. They hit 7,000 threes. I really don't think the Knicks actually played awful, but they just didn't miss. The Knicks offense actually looked way better than I thought it was going to look. The Celtics just made 30 threes, Dylan. Like, that's not something.
You guys also just didn't play defense.
It doesn't happen every day.
The one thing, you guys shot fine from the field. Like, it wasn't like The only person who could you really say actually played bad was Bridges, but like he got a lot of his points in the second half when they were down like 40.
Empty calories. He got a lot of.
Those are empty calorie stats. But like you guys just didn't play defense. And that's the thing that was kind of annoying to watch. I'm like, I thought this team was going to be like this team was built for this Boston Celtics team. You couldn't guard anybody.
It's game one. Relax.
Yeah, but like you didn't even make it hard on anybody. That's the problem. Like it's cool if Tatum scores fucking 40, Tatum scores 40. But like he just did whatever he wanted.
They were chucking and hitting everything.
So did everyone else.
Yeah, they were just hitting.
Did everything they wanted.
Just one of those nights where every shot went down. They just hit.
It was just gym practice for them, basically.
Like, okay, you got it. It was your night. It was your night. It's cool. It's cool.
And until Mitchell Robinson comes back, y'all are soft in the paint. Soft. Well, because Cat's just going to keep getting switched out onto the perimeter.
And
just like he did yesterday.
As I've been saying for 2 years now, Jericho Sims is an idiot. He's
a fucking freak athlete, though.
He's going to drive me crazy all season because he just runs up and down the court. I know that he doesn't actually do this, but I just imagine when he's running up the court, it's just constant. I just imagine that all he does is run and grunt. And now I'm sure he doesn't do that, but that's what it feels like when I watch him play. He just runs and dunks. That's literally
that boy jumps high as fuck too.
He has a long wingspan, so it looks.
He's a freak athlete, but he's terrible.
He cannot play basketball at all. But maybe they'll coach him up.
How many years has he been on this team? 4? 3 years? 4 years?
He's his contract's coming up. I think.
Yeah, he won't be a Knick next year.
I think this is his year. I think this is his contract.
Yeah, he won't be a Knick next year.
He better. I mean, it's all in front of him. If he plays well, the Knicks would have to give him money because you need a backup. But it's not going to happen, so I'm not worried.
No, and like without Mitch, again, people are just going to attack you straight down there. You guys are going to have a lot of points in the paint.
Yeah,
because Cat ain't it. Cat's not the answer there at all.
And clearly, Jericho Sims isn't either. But it's one game.
It's one game. Way too early predictions. Or her assessment in the league. You guys aren't winning the game. You guys are going 0-82.
I like what Cat. I like what Cat did on offense.
Your guys' offense. Your guys' offense was.
No, I said I like what Cat did on offense.
He had 12 points.
He had good looks though.
He had a couple good looks, but it's like
I'm not worried.
No, but I'm looking at this as just like a game, as I would grade it.
And Miles McBride, shout out to him.
Miles McBride and Jalen Brunson are the only two people who actually showed up to work yesterday. The only two people who actually showed up. Because
Bridges tried to show up to work.
Bridges tried. Bridges said, this new shot sucks. I'm going to change it a little bit, and it started to work a little bit more, but it's still not the same. Why?
When we're down by fucking 40 points.
Why he changed his jump shot to begin with is fucking crazy. Like, I'm glad he didn't do that with us, because, man, that's just terrible.
I'm sorry. If you just saw me making a weird face, it's because I'm watching the Clippers and the Suns. The Clippers were up. I don't even know what they were up. 7, 6? I don't know what they were up with 3 minutes to go. They were up 6 with 3 minutes to go, and James Harden just took an awful logo 3 with 15 seconds on the shot clock to then not get back on defense and have Kevin Durant laid up in his face. And now it's a 4-point game with 3 minutes to go. And I'm just like that right there, Dylan. That is why I despise James Harden. Because what is that? What is that?
But if Luka did it, you'd love it.
No, Luka doesn't play defense. He has to get better at that. He has. I wouldn't scorch earth. I wouldn't ether him like Wendy did. But Luka does not play defense either. And I don't. That was a terrible shot. Like that wasn't a bad. That was a awful shot. Like why are you like literally a logo three with 16 seconds on the shot clock? Like what with 3 minutes left in the game? Like what are we doing? Like Clippers fans better get ready because until Kawhi comes back, that's what it's because there's no one out. There's no one to check him now. Russ is gone. Kawhi is hurt. PG is gone. Like Harden is just gonna be out here doing wild stuff. Wild stuff. I can't believe they're even winning this game. But
So back to what I was saying about Cat. I'm not
airball, James Harden.
super hold it against him because week one, but I'm going to criticize this game the way I would criticize any game. Cat's supposed to be your best player, your second best player. He should not have 9 shots. Like that's ridiculous. Like that's absolutely ridiculous that he only had 9 shots on the game. So it's like
That's a tough critique when it's the first game. When you can tell he
Yeah,
clearly
we're still trying to find our. We're
feeling,
still
yeah, but
trying to gel.
guys are like overly passing. Like they're trying. I don't want to be that guy that just shoots all the time. Like you could. I felt that watching that game.
3, 4 different guys on the Knicks took 10 shots. 10 shots or more. You're telling me that we're cool campaign taking 10 shots?
When he comes off, Dylan.
He played.
Those are empty count. Come on, Dylan.
No, but he was taking shots in the first half like that.
The Knicks were down 20 in the first half.
Why isn't Cat taking those shots?
I just told you why.
Why?
He was being passive because he's new on the team. He was being passive. Let him play more than a week.
Here's what I'm going to say to that. If you're going to be a superstar, which everybody says Cat is, you don't give a fuck about that. Like you were brought here to fucking shoot threes.
Some players are not. Different players they're not like that.
Yeah,
we saw Dame Lillard. We literally saw Dame Lillard do this in Milwaukee, where they had to tell.
Well, Dame has a real deal alpha on his team. Dame has a real deal alpha on his team.
Giannis had to tell him to shoot the ball. The Knicks don't have a real alpha on their team.
No, I'm not saying they don't have. They have one of the 3 best basketball players in the world on his team. Do the Knicks have one of the 3 best basketball players in the world on their team?
No.
Then there you go.
They have a definitive number 1 on the team where there's no question who the best player on the team is. There's no argument.
They do. But you're not taking the shots away from him because he's the one who gives Cat the ball.
We're overreacting.
Overreacting. Knicks aren't winning a game. 0-82. Nets have the first 3 picks in the draft.
Write it down.
Listen, right now, if we're overreacting. Knicks lost a trade for Mikal Bridges. 6 draft picks for a guy who shoots like fucking Rashard Lewis with a hitch.
Do you have your predictions for the season ready?
Sure. Let's do it.
So, what are your bold predictions for this? What did we do last year? So I can give you a template. Let's recap last year. Dylan, you said Jason Tatum was going to win the MVP. You had the Celtics and the Nuggets in the championship with the Celtics winning, so you did get that. You said the Spurs would win 45 games. That did not.
Yeah, that's not happening. That didn't happen.
Wemby would win Rookie of the Year. That happened.
That.
Mavs make the play-in. That happened.
Yep.
I don't think you saw the Kyrie trade coming, but still.
This last year, the Kyrie was already on the team last year. He got traded the year before.
Okay, so Mavs make play-in. Orlando makes play-in.
They made the playoffs.
Yeah, they did.
So there you go.
Suns losing first round.
That's speaky worthy. I don't give a fuck. That's speaky worthy.
They didn't lose. They got swept.
Ben Simmons wins most improved player.
He blew up. That's more on the table this year than last year. That's horrifying.
That's on the table horrifying. For worse speaking. Honestly,
listen, I'm hot and then I'm cold.
This one you was also hot. Anthony will be wrong on 3 predictions.
That's also speaking worthy.
Made me write it down. Anthony, all you gave us was you was absent on the MVP.
He was absent on the episode, but he gave his picks.
He did.
The
Devin Booker would win the MVP. The Knicks and the Nuggets in the championship, which did not happen. Nuggets win the championship, did not happen. Nets missed the playoffs, that did happen.
did happen.
So you didn't get your 3. Well, you did actually.
I got 3. Do you have any of his Wemby stuff on there?
No.
Or how he said the Spurs were going to win like 50 games?
Yep, that didn't happen. Or that Wemby was going to have the greatest rookie season
The
of any
greatest
athlete
single rookie
ever.
season ever out of any sport ever.
Did I say rookie season or season?
You said even still, you were still wrong.
Doesn't matter how you want to flip it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
He said the greatest single rookie season out of any rookie to ever play any sport ever. He would have had to average like 55 because fucking Wilt's rookie season was insane.
It was such a laughable comment. I also had Devin Booker as MVP. I had the Lakers and the Bucks in the finals, with the Lakers winning, which did not happen. I had the Grizzlies making the play-in, which, had Ja not got hurt, I still think would have happened. Pacers win 40 games, but I don't get credit for that.
You do. It's not fun.
Yeah, of course. Pacers finish higher than the Magic. Nets make the play-in, which didn't happen because they fucking stink.
We do. And Tankathon.
And Wemby doesn't win the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, that's a just horrid take by you. You want to talk about me dying on hills? You were just dying on the hill that like the field. It didn't matter.
The Pistons were 6 and the Magic were 5, right?
The Pistons were dog shit.
He meant the Pacers.
No, Pacers.
He meant the Pacers.
Last year.
Yes.
Magic 5, Pacers 6.
James had Joker for MVP. Lakers versus Celtics. Lakers winning. Orlando winning 45 games or more. I think they won exactly 45.
They won.
Yeah, I think so. He was on that Magic 45 tour.
47.
Wizards make the play-in, which is...
That's a horrible pick.
Horrid. Horrid.
That's like... Horrid. They were the second worst team in basketball.
Horrid. And Emmanuel Quickly wins the most improved player. Which Quickly was better, but not MIP better.
I don't know if you could win most improved player if you were just up for 6th man of the year.
Yeah, that would have been tough. He would have been MVP quality then.
He would, yeah.
So that makes that a bad.
Yeah.
Roz swung high. Kawhi MVP.
That Kawhi
MVP. Nuggets versus Bucks did not happen. He had the Bucks winning the title. That did not happen. Kawhi plays 60 games. Oddly enough,
pick.
That happened, and then he exploded. Oddly enough. The Bulls make the playoffs. Bulls make playoffs. Bad. Shake Milton, most improved player.
That's a pull.
That's not good. Grizzlies missed playoffs. He got that right, even though I don't think he anticipated Ja getting hurt. And Rockets win 40 games. He almost got that one.
He did get it.
They got 40?
They got 41.
Yeah, Rockets were on a late season run.
They were a 500 team.
So there you go. So if we're looking at this, so we're going to need the MVP, your finals matchup, finals winner, and then whatever hot takes you want to give.
All right. So MVP, give me Ant-Man himself, Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
NBA Finals. Give me the Boston Celtics versus the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have let you go first.
Celtics in 6.
Oh, you want the number too?
Yep. Because I don't know about anybody else here who knows anything about basketball. That Thunder team has got better. It is really good.
Really good.
Really good. I
Really.
think it's understating how much better they got by adding a second Lou Dort on their team. While also adding whenever he becomes healthy in Hartenstein, making a big deal for Chet Holmgren and those boys. That's a dangerous team.
Really good team.
That's a very versatile team on defense, versatile team on offense. They have two of like the 10 best like perimeter defenders in basketball. Other team in Lou Dort and Alex Caruso. Dogs.
Thunder are going to be tough to deal with in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Hot takes. Hot takes. I want to say it, but it's just gonna jinx. It's gonna be a reverse jinx, where I'm like the Nets are gonna win no more than 15 games, but it's gonna be reverse jinx.
Wow.
I want to be so bad. But let's
If
go.
you say it, I don't want to hear no reverse jinx.
If the Nets are bad, I'm gonna be cheering.
You picking it, and then the Nets are good, and then you celebrate.
I'll be so pissed off. I'll be pissed if the Nets are good this year. I'm gonna be pissed. Mm-hmm. This is not the year to be good. Hornets make the play-in.
Ooh.
Okay. Zach LaVine gets traded.
Is that a hot take? That's not really a hot take.
We'll put it down.
Put it down. I want my credit when it happens. Because somebody in here didn't want me to get credit when I predicted Devontae Adams getting traded.
Oh, God.
Brandon Ingram gets traded. Dylan.
Conservative ass hot take.
You say conservative? I picked the Hornets to make the play-in.
If that happens,
I mean that one's not, but the other two were kind of good. I mean, Brandon Ingram's been on the trade block for how long?
Wembanyama is going to win Defensive Player of the Year because he should be a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, but Rudy Gobert.
Okay.
Let's go with an oldie but a goodie. The Suns will be knocked out of the first round again. And the Knicks will get knocked out in the first round.
Love it. Love it.
Hating bastard.
Love it.
Because if you guys get the seeding that I think you'll get, you'll be in a tough matchup.
Gonna hit like crack.
Hating bastard.
Crack in the 80s.
Can't wait.
Because I think you or the Bucks are going to both land in like that 4-5 spot. I think they're better than y'all.
We'll see.
James Harden just ran into Kevin Durant's chest and got a foul and just hit 2 free throws to put them up 2 with 30 seconds left. And Kevin Durant now has the ball. And Kevin Durant fade away, swish. Can't wait till
let me see a win total from last year. Really
can't
quick
wait
to see how. Pistons win 35. Pistons
Yeah.
win 35.
Okay, we'll put it in. Oh, James Harden with the hezzy, but he missed.
And Nets win under 25.
Also, you're gonna put that on record? Pistons
Under 25.
over. You said 35.
So yeah, Pistons over win 35 plus, Nets win under 25.
Nets under 25. Okay.
That's all I got.
I would say Anthony before he gives more.
Oh, Anthony's gonna have 4 picks wrong.
There it is. Wow, 4 picks is disrespectful.
Gotta go up. I got
How many
5.
goddamn hot takes do you have? Ain't there a limit to that?
No.
Give as many as you want.
You're like 9.
Hey man, the more shots I got, more chance I got to be right. You miss every shot you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
All right, Anthony. Who is the MVP of the season?
One young Luka Doncic will win MVP.
Who will play in the finals?
Here comes the yearly pick. To be honest, Mike, y'all are the real frauds because Anthony's the only one in here who picks the Knicks every year. Every year.
And that's why they don't go. That's why they don't go every year.
I'm going to say Jesus Christ. No, I don't want it. It's tougher than I thought. Who's coming out? This one, yeah, I think, yeah. I am going to say the Knicks and the Grizzlies in the finals. I got the Grizzlies coming out the West.
Okay. Who's gonna win?
No, the Knicks.
Don't say that like you didn't pick the Nuggets last year to beat the Knicks.
I know I did. I think we have the talent this year. Like I said, it's only one game. I'm not tripping over one game. We still played well too. It's just big.
Hot takes. Can't wait for this.
Hot takes. Hot takes. Hot takes. Yes, the Spurs will make the playoffs.
Playoffs, not playoffs.
No, we're not playing playoffs.
Okay.
I say hot take number 2. The Suns will make it to the Western Conference Finals.
That will give you one over Dylan right there.
That's exactly why that was picked.
Okay.
Hot take number 3. The Celtics will not make it to the Eastern Conference Final. They will get bounced in the second round. And hot take number 4, and this will be my last hot take. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but fuck it. Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that one. No, never mind. That's too out of whack.
I feel like I know what it
No, let me
was, but I
see.
don't want to say.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll say it. Hot take number 4. I say
Sixers make Eastern
Giannis will
Conference
seek a trade after this season.
after the season.
He's already kind of said that.
When?
He literally said like last week that if they don't win a championship this year, he's probably going to get traded. So it's kind of like right there.
All right, I'll take that one back then. I'll take that one back.
Unless you want to say he makes a trade,
Okay,
trade in season.
nah, I don't want to go that far. That's too high to take. I'll say hot take number 4. The Heat are gonna make the play in.
That's not a hot take.
They live in the play-in. They've been in the play-in.
I was they've been in the play in the last 3 years. Like what?
Hot take. Water's wet.
Hot take number 5. The, no, it's not gonna be them. Fuck them. Yeah. Hot take number 5 is gonna be the Knicks and the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Final.
I knew that's what you were gonna say. So you don't get Knicks Pacers because obviously Knicks are your finals team. So that means your hot take is the
Yeah.
Pacers to make the Eastern Conference Final.
Mm-hmm.
That team's probably not getting out of the first round. That
Wait till you
Pacers
get
team's probably not getting out of the first round.
And the last one I want to make. Oh yeah. On the Western side, the Kings are going to the Western Conference Finals.
so I need to stop you right there. The Kings cannot make the Western Conference Finals because only 2 teams can make the Western Conference Finals. That would mean that the Grizzlies, the Suns, and the Kings make the Western Conference.
I was waiting for
Oh
that.
wait,
It's not a thing.
did I say that? Oh my bad. Oh my bad. Yeah, fuck. See, that's why I don't make a billion hot takes.
Clip
You
that.
don't
All right,
make
no, that's it.
Clip that.
No,
You
no, no.
mean all three
I
teams
like
there?
I like the Suns and Grizzlies. I like the Suns and Grizzlies. Forget that. Yeah.
Told Anthony only 2 teams make the Western Conference Finals instantly. It's
He's like, but I want the Kings also there.
I want the Kings. I like the
I mean,
Kings.
shit, they can win the play-in tournament. Is that a hot take? The Kings win the play-in tournament?
Yeah,
You
that's a
don't
hot take because they
win the
won't be in
play-in.
there.
You just it would just be the Kings make the playoffs.
I completely forgot there's an in-season tournament.
I was gonna
No,
actually
I mean,
make
I'm
that,
talking about the in-season tournament. That's what I was talking about.
but if you want to make that your hot take, because I was gonna make an
Yeah,
in-season
I'll make that
tournament.
my hot take. Yeah, the Kings win the in-season tournament.
Hot take. Nobody's going to give a fuck about the in-season tournament this
Yeah, you
year.
said that last year.
And they're going to give even less of a fuck this year because it's not the first one anymore. Everybody knows who the first president is. Who's the second president?
John Adams.
Shut
That's a
up,
good
Mike.
question.
Most people don't know.
So we will get Breezy's and Roz's predictions off air because Roz probably just landed in JFK somewhere, but who Breezy got in a fight with a pillow and lost. So
Mhm.
all right. So for me, my MVP of the year this year, I don't I hate I no, because Luca's not going to play enough games because I hate agreeing with Anthony. Luca's not going. I don't know. I'm just going to say something happens where Luca just doesn't do it.
My
Um,
man's pushing injury on people.
I'm not. I don't know how he's not going to win, but he's not going to win it. And let's give it. Let's yeah. Let's do it. Let's because this is the year. This is the year because I really think he got robbed last year.
Ah, the
So
Canadian.
SGA wins MVP. 'Cause I'm with Dylan. I think they're going to be really good. Uh my finals prediction goes against every because I goes against everything in me because you picking the Jets to win the Super Bowl and Roz picking the Jets to win the Super Bowl was as bias gets.
Like, don't worry. Think of it this way: I now hate my life. So
My real objection to picking the Knicks, honestly, is because it never happens in year one. It never happens in year one. All these
I
teams that
raise you
do
a
this,
2008 Celtics team.
they're literally the exception. They're the
I
exception.
mean, the Heat
And
team
that
also
team,
made it in that
that
first
did
year.
they win?
They made it. You're making your prediction for the finals, right?
Hmm.
They made it. That Raptors team won it their first year.
That team was
They
different.
did.
That team was different
I,
because
I, I,
the
can't have
floor
an
of that
excuse for every
Raptors,
single scenario,
Core of
man.
the
that team
floor
was
of that
who?
team
The core
was
of that team
still
was who?
together. You still had Gasol was there, Lowry was still there. Um, my man who had the baby, Van Vliet, they
Van
were
Vliet
all.
was a second year player.
Was he on the team?
Yeah, but he's a second year player, and he had
Was he
no
on the team?
impact in the first year.
There was the only added piece to that team was Kawhi.
Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, Serge Ibaka.
That team was still together.
Oh, stop, Mike. That's not the narrative we're painting right now. That was wrong. That's wrong. If that's the case, oh well, Udonis Haslam and Dwayne Wade and Mario Chalmers.
And that's it.
You only named me 3 players. I named you 3 players. Paul Pierce, Rajon Rondo, Kendrick Perkins.
I really
Think
don't
about
feel
that next parade, man.
I really don't feel like looking at the Raptors right now. Just
You don't
for
have to. Keep going. I'll do it for you.
I hate I hate the Celtics. So oh 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 oh.
Marcus All was not on that Raptors team before that year as well. He was a Grizzly.
So I don't know if he was on that
OG,
team.
second year player OG.
Was he on the team?
Yes,
Was
but was
Serge
he a
Ibaka on the
team?
team?
Was Serge Ibaka on the team? I don't think
Yes.
so.
Yes, he was. Looking at it. Kyle
He
Lowry
was
was
on the
on that
team.
team. Kyle Lowry was on that team. Norman Powell was on that team. Siakam was on that team. Van Fleet was on that team. That is the core of that team. You add Danny Green, you add
Who are the most important players on that team in that playoff
There we
run?
go. So
Don't give me
here we
none of
go.
that.
Let's move.
Don't give me none of that.
the goal.
Don't give me none of that. You're seeing like they're the core of that team. OG barely played. OG barely fucking played. And we're gonna talk about he was the core of that team. OG didn't play.
Feels good.
OG didn't play. But he was the core. Fred VanVleet. Core. Get out of here.
10 seconds left in overtime.
Make your picks, Michael.
Clippers down 2. James Harden with the ball. Gets a foul. Just puts his head down and gets a foul. All right. I also don't feel like hearing James is fraud.
Mike, you know you're going to do it to him.
No, because I don't just blindly pick my team. We had a whole argument about that. I don't think the Sixers are going to do it.
That's why I didn't pick them.
I don't believe in Milwaukee.
That's why I didn't pick them.
To me, it really is the Celtics or the Knicks. The problem is, I was pretty convinced that I was going to pick the Thunder to win the championship. But now that I think about it, I don't think the Thunder could beat the Celtics in a series.
That's why I didn't pick them.
Mike, you know you want to pick the Celtics. Just do it.
Give me.
I just want to let you know.
Fraud.
If you wait, hold on. Let me finish. You pick the Celtics right now. If the Knicks were to win the NBA title, you are not allowed to go to that parade.
Firstly,
you cannot go to that parade. I will make sure you don't go to that parade.
Finals.
You are not allowed to say anything to me about the Knicks because you are still out here on Trey Young, and he is not welcome.
Anthony's the reason the fucking Anthony's the reason the Knicks lost last year. But
what?
All right, Dylan's right. You know what? Dylan's right. They can get there and not win. They can give me heartache this year. Knicks Thunder. Knicks Thunder in the finals. Thunder win.
Thunder.
And how many games? How many games you giving us, Mike?
Thunder and 7.
How many games are the Knicks beating the Grizzlies in, Anthony? Knicks and foe.
No. No. Knicks and 6.
Thunder and 7. Hot takes. You putting a lot of stock in them glass ankles of Melo.
This is why it's a hot take.
But I am very high on Brandon Miller. As you know. I think he'll be an all-star before his rookie contract is over.
That's not difficult.
I'm just saying. I think he'll be an all-star before his rookie contract is over. Let's see what the Clippers draw up. Oh, you know what they drew up? A James Harden turnover. Game over.
Mike, do it. Clippers missed the playoffs. Do it. Do it.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Oh, James Harden turnover. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. I'm gonna sleep good tonight. Let me see that again. Got the ball. Oh, nope, I don't got the ball. Game over. All right. Let's start in the East. Um, I'm gonna pull a trick from Dylan. Bucks lose in the first round. Bucks lose in the first round.
Is that because you think they're gonna lose the first round, or you just don't want to see them in the playoffs?
No, I think they're gonna lose. I think they're gonna lose. Here's one that you're gonna like. That James is gonna like because it's his favorite team.
Oh, the Magic.
Magic make Eastern Conference Finals.
Ooh, Orlando
That's a
Magic.
hot take.
Orlando. No, it's not. That team's very good.
And I actually
That Magic
good
team is
enough to
much
make the
better than that
Eastern
Pacer
Conference.
team. If you think the Pacers can make the Eastern Conference Finals, wait till they see the Magic and the Magic beat the dog shit out of them. Yeah.
The Magic
Yeah.
couldn't even beat the fucking Cavs.
Keep that energy.
Yeah. Be careful.
Pacers lose in
It's
first
definitely a
round.
hot take.
Pacers also lose in first round.
I don't think it's a hot take. They're talking about Paulo being like MVP candidate this year.
He is. He is.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, that's it for the East. That's it for the East. I do
Wemby's
think
gonna average 10 points a game and
I do
stink.
think the Bulls are sneaky. Oh, I'll get in on some of that Nets action though.
Oh, you about to do a fucking like reverse jinx pick on me to curse me?
Nets over 25.
I'll beat your ass. I will
All I need
beat
is
your ass.
all I
All
need is 26. That's all I want. 26.
every game's a loss.
All I need
Every
is
game's a loss. I don't care. Cam Thomas give his best heroic effort like he did tonight. Lose.
26.
Lose.
Um Grizzly Grizzlies as Grizzlies make playoffs. That's a hot take.
Is it?
That's not a hot take. Again, the Grizzlies with Ja Morant are a very good team. Are a
Josh
contending.
shoes sell the worst out of all Nike athletes. Is that a hot
Lakers
make the Western Conference final? Because I'm right. I'm kind of right there with you. Because I think JJ Redick is way better than people think.
make East Western
Oof,
Conference.
Because I don't know if
Jesus.
anybody watched the Laker game yesterday. The Lakers are playing basketball, and it's a wild concept to see them actually playing modern basketball.
Anthony Davis
MVP? No. MVP conversation.
wins Defensive Player of the Year.
Good. He deserves one.
Uh don't have the courage of my conviction because I really, really want to say Nuggets lose first round. I really want to say
That's
that.
a burning
Is
hot
it?
take right there.
The
Is it
Yes,
though?
it
problem is,
is.
the
Yes,
problem
it
is,
is.
there's still matchups that they win.
Exactly. That's the
Like
part where it's hard for
they
them.
The
they can
Nuggets
still
losing
they'll
for
beat
that's probably the hottest take, arguably, of the night.
they'll
That
beat
that Nuggets team
Phoenix.
isn't like great.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the Nuggets won't beat the Kings. They won't beat the Thunder.
I don't think
They
they beat the
won't beat the
Lakers either.
Lakers, and they won't. And I don't think they would beat the Grizzlies. That's
I think they
four.
beat the Grizzlies.
I don't know if they beat
I
the
don't like
Grizzlies.
that Grizzly team.
I don't know. well, me and you differ, but I don't know if they beat the Grizzlies. So that's four teams. So if I think they're not better than those four teams, theoretically, that's not first round. The Grizzlies are the only one that's shaky to me.
Y'all forgetting that Murray turns into Kobe Bryant when they face the Lakers. Y'all keep forgetting about that shit.
That team's a year older. I think they're going to run into the same problems that Milwaukee. Milwaukee is
Yeah,
going to
that
look
that
old.
Nuggets team has hit their wall this year.
Milwaukee's old, and I think the Nuggets are right behind them.
There comes a time where teams kind of reach like their end.
How? But how are the Nuggets old? Like their core players are still all in their 20s. I mean, Jokic, I think he just turned 30.
Old in the sense of they've been together a while, and teams kind of come to the end of their road. Yeah. I think this is the last year we see this Nuggets team together.
Like the Aces aren't old, but they just need to tweak.
They've aged an extra 3 years because of how long they've been involved in these postseasons.
The Nuggets just need to tweak.
Like I don't.
Okay.
Never mind.
Well, they added Westbrook.
Warriors.
Oh yeah, great.
Warriors make playing.
Is that really a shocker?
That's not a hot take, Mike.
Yes,
didn't they make the play-in last year?
They missed the playoffs last year.
Yeah, but they were in the play-in.
No, they were in the play-in.
And they were in the play-in. You said the Warriors.
They were in the play-in.
Yeah, but it's the playoffs last year. But they were in the play-in. Yeah.
Fine, we'll switch it. And I'm going to give you what you already knew, Dylan. Clippers miss playoffs.
Yeah, I knew it. That Clippers team's not very good. Especially if Kawhi is just going to not play basketball.
Yeah. I still think that's safe in a sense.
It's no, because
you look at the West and then you look at
playoffs before.
Yeah, but he's old and he's lost a little bit of his step.
Listen,
and now you take out Paul George, and now you're probably gonna have Kawhi for like half the season,
if that.
And then the West got better. Remember, we're not talking about Houston Rockets James Harden. We're talking about a older, slower Clippers James Harden.
A crafty veteran James Harden. He could crafty veteran James Harden could probably get you 44 wins by yourself with this team.
Dylan, who did you have losing in the first round?
The Knicks.
The Suns.
Just the Knicks. Oh, the Suns. That's where it is. It's missing. Because I just have a lose in the first round, then I have Knicks lose in the first round. But you have Suns. It's the Suns. That's what.
Knicks and Suns.
Okay. There we go. And give me I think is gonna start fast. I mean, after watching one game, I think the Celtics gonna win the in-season tournament. But give me actually Orlando winning. No.
Damn it.
No, because I think they're in the same they're in the same thing as Boston, I think. I think they're in the same thing as Boston. So I will one up you. Give me the Grizzlies winning the in-season tournament.
Can you give me the Magic winning the in-season tournament?
Yes. And we will get the rest from Roz and James. You said Orlando, right?
Yes.
All right. We are locked in. So I have Thunder winning the championship, Bucks losing the first round, Orlando makes Eastern Conference Finals, Pacers lose in the first round, Nets over 25 wins, Grizzlies make the playoffs, Lakers in the Western Conference Finals, AD Defensive Player of the Year. Clippers miss playoffs. Grizzlies win in
What about the
seven.
Nuggets?
I'm not gonna do it.
You're not gonna do it.
Nope.
Ah, come on, Mike. You just said four teams that you saw the Nuggets losing to in the first round.
Because it'll be my luck that fucking uh, Denver gets the 3 seed and runs into, I don't know, Dallas in the first round or something. It pounds them into nothing. Nah. Oh, okay. Up. One game in, Draymond gets a T. Gotta love it. All right, let's play the music. Let's play the music. You need to get a graphic, Billy.
We do. We do. So, like we alluded to earlier, the standings stayed the same. Even though Anthony got a clean sweep last week, he still is 5 points behind me. And only just cracked into the double digits with 12. James is only 1 point behind Anthony. There's a chance that Anthony misses one and James passes him. So it goes now. Breezy, Anthony, myself, Michael, and Roz. 1 point separates me and Mike.
How many points behind Roz am I?
3 points behind Roz. I am 4 points behind Roz.
All right, Anthony, you're up.
Go first, loser.
All right. My 3-point pick. Detroit is going to rain all kinds of hell over the Tennessee Titans at home. So, reel that one in for me.
Yep.
Let's see.
Anthony's going with layups. He's like, no D-hop, no problem. How we even talk about that?
We didn't.
My 2-point pick. I'm going to pick Pittsburgh over New York. And my 1-point pick, I'm going to pick New England over the Jets.
All right. I will go next. My 3-point pick, Kansas City Chiefs over the Las Vegas Raiders. With the new addition of one nuke into the Kansas City space, I feel bad for all Raiders fans who have to watch the absolute ass whooping that is about to be happening. So
I was going to do Raiders over Chiefs, but then I thought about James passing me. I was like, nah, let me not do that to myself.
You're like, let me pick the same game that James is picking. Sure. For my 2-point pick, give me the Bears over the Commanders.
Oh.
Wow.
The Commanders.
Talk about risky territory.
I don't think so. The Bears' defense is really good. The Commanders' defense is not. Granted, the Panthers made the Commanders' defense look like the fucking 82 Bears. Or the 85 Bears. So, we go from there. And then my number 1 pick is the Jets over the Patriots.
Go for the 3? That's
my 1. That is my. I'm not very confident in the Jets right now because they make me want to fucking jump off a bridge. But I am confident we can get a fucking very bad Patriot team and get our first Patriot sweep in God knows how long.
Okay. So what was your picks again, Dylan?
I have Chiefs, Bears, Jets.
There's
Especially because the Commanders probably playing without Jaden Daniels too.
I'm pretty sure they will be. And Anthony has Detroit,
Pittsburgh, New England.
Pittsburgh and New England.
Cut the beat.
It's not your
Oh.
turn yet. Not your turn yet. Listen to the music. My three, giving me for my 3-point pick, I need to pick up points. I'm trying to think what would Roz do. Give me I don't trust this team, but
There's 3 other games on this week's board that I would have also picked.
I want
there's-
Pittsburgh. I want Pittsburgh. I know Pittsburgh is going to beat the Giants. I know that with everything in me. I know they're going to beat them. But I don't. I mean, I'm how many points ahead of Anthony?
You could afford to to fuck around. You're 6 points behind in front of Anthony. So Anthony would have to have a perfect week to tie you without if you have a 0
All right, give me Pittsburgh
at 3.
at 3 over the Giants because Mike Tomlin. That's no explanation. Mike Tomlin. My 2-pointer is where I'm going to pick up some points because that ship that you see over there that's sailing away is the Bryce show. That ship will sail. Denver, 2 points. He's coming back. I don't care. He's not beating it.
Are we just ignoring the fact that the Ravens are playing the Browns this week?
Listen.
I don't want to fuck with that game.
I want no parts. I want no parts of Jameis Winston.
So remember when I
None.
told you that stat where it's like teams that are coming off of like the coach firing usually get a boost and they win most games? That stat also applies for benched quarterbacks. Whenever you go to a new quarterback, you get a little bump. And
it's a
it usually
division
goes.
game, and
Yeah.
they're home.
No,
I want
stay
no
far away.
parts of that game. I will stay
Could it
away.
be an absolute rout by the Ravens? Yup.
Yep.
But you never know.
Yep. Am I willing to risk it? Nope. So give me
Fair enough.
Denver. Give me Denver over Carolina for 2 points. And I hate the Colts. So give me Houston over the Colts. 1 point. There you go. I think Roz will stay away from all of those games.
There's a couple games on here. I think my other 3 games are the games Ross is going to pick.
I am now done. You are free to go if you are still with me. Oh,
Cut it off. Cut it off. Don't let me get in here and act like Stone Cold in here. Just cut the music off. Shut it down.
Turn it all off, you son of a bitch. Turn that music off in the trunk. James, you are only 1 point behind Anthony.
My 3-point pick will be the Chiefs over the Raiders.
love that.
My 2-point pick will be the Lions over the Titans. And my 1 point pick will be the Patriots over the Jets.
Lord, I'm telling you right now, if the Patriots beat the Jets, I'm muting the chat. I'm not. I'm not going to be around for that meltdown. I'm not going to be
I'm
around
gonna
for
pick.
You
that.
gotta kick Dylan and Roz out the chat.
I'm gonna
We can't
pick
lose
the
this game.
Patriots to beat the Jets this week. I
Yeah, we
normally
can't
pick
lose
the
this game.
Jets to win, but I feel like I should pick the Patriots to beat the Jets, just cause it'll rub Roz the wrong way. Nothing against you, Dylan. It's all about
I could
Roz
give a
this week.
fuck. I could give a fuck.
I'm
But
muting the
no,
chat.
we can't lose this game. We can't
I'm
lose this
muting the
game.
chat.
Can't lose this game. We lose this game, you're gonna have to
Psych,
call
psych.
wellness
I'm
check.
picking the Jets over the Patriots.
Such a lie.
Got to keep the bad juju going.
I need a wellness check if we lose this game. Fun fact: Jets haven't lost at 1:00 this year. We've only played one game at 1:00.
I'm like, what? What?
Who we play at 1:00, Mike?
Get it done. Get it.
Beat
Get it
that
done
ass like a
early.
drum, Mike.
Played at 12 o'clock. Game started.
In Tennessee time.
Yes, it was noon. High noon.
1 o'clock.
Sun was
Get
cooking.
it.
Too
Get
bad
it
the country runs on East Coast time, loser.
up and at 'em. Get it done early.
Yeah. Pack me up so I can drive home. The games
Dylan-
here are my honorable mention games. The Vikings at Rams. The Packers at Jaguars.
Yeah, Packers are probably going to beat them.
Packers Jaguars, I think, is going to be my Roz prediction game of the week. I think that is a game he's going to pick. And then the Falcons at Bucks. Because the Bucks don't have
I'm surprised nobody picked that game either.
The Bucks have no receivers.
The Falcons have burned.
Yeah, Bucks are.
The Falcons have burned me too many times.
Oh yeah, Mike. I see why you didn't pick them. They completely just burned you last week.
The stay away from game of the week is that fucking Cowboys Niners game.
Yep.
No part in that for either one of them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
They may break the turnover record for like total turnovers.
Another one was Eagles Bengals. I looked at that game. I was like, nah, I couldn't. Yeah.
Hurts versus Shiesty.
Yeah, keep that game away from me because I think that's gonna be a very high scoring game. I think neither defense is gonna do anything. Neither defense is gonna do anything. Darius Slay may get carted off the field because his ankles are just left at the 15-yard line. Nobody gonna play defense that game. That's gonna be like a 37-41 game. I may bet the fuck out of that game. I may bet the fuck out of that game.
James, if you can be quick, we'll take your NBA picks, your hot takes. If you want to be quick, if you want
My
time to think
take?
about it, it's fine.
Hot takes.
Or do you want to hear the rest of ours?
I don't want to hear what you guys did.
I respect.
You want to hear after?
Yeah, I'll take after.
Yeah.
I
wouldn't want you to be influenced by anything that we did.
Especially Anthony's nonsense.
Oh God, yeah.
So I need the MVP.
MVP. Holy shit.
What you did last year or no?
MVP. Wow.
Wow.
That's a tough one, man.
I mean, it is. I asked James MVP, and this is what.
Let's go with Ja.
Love it because I almost picked him. I almost picked him.
Even though I feel like it might be Tatum. But I'm gonna go with Ja.
Finals.
Shit. Coming out of the West, I'm picking OKC. And out of the East, I'm gonna say the Knicks. Fuck it. I'm gonna say the Knicks. I feel like my picks are similar to someone.
I can just tell you right now, the pod is a really big fan of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Everybody pick OKC to go to the finals?
Except Anthony.
Except Anthony. Anthony picked
Pick
3
this.
other teams to go to the Western Conference Finals. But,
Oh my God! Was it the Spurs? Were the Spurs one of them?
no. I'm
No.
surprised
No.
they weren't.
No.
But only 2 teams can play in that series. So
Who's winning and in how many games?
Knicks in 7.
There we go. There we go. I'm like this guy up there.
gotta get one of these, but with Mike. Mike!
Yeah. Mike.
Shaking my damn head.
If it's Knicks OKC, the fan in me cannot pick the Knicks. I have to. Will it be a dogfight? Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Well, thank you, James.
Yeah.
Any hot takes? That's all. Those. That was the only thing that you required to give us. Everything
Okay.
else was your hot takes. Let me tell you though. We each have like 5 or 6 each.
No, Dylan has like 9.
Dylan has a lot.
Ben Simmons is gonna get most improved.
All
You're
right.
doing that to
That's
spite me, and I hope you fucking. Ugh, I hate you.
He's gonna get most improved. What is it? I feel like this year, I feel like the Magic will seed in the top 5 of the East this year. And
top 5. Like top 5. Like
in the
that's
East.
They were top 5 last year,
They were
James.
the 5 seed last year.
Were they? I thought
Yeah.
they were like the. I thought
Yeah, they were.
They weren't.
No, they were 5.
If
No.
you're gonna stand on business, I need you to say
They
home
were
court.
5.
I need you.
Oh,
to say
I thought
home
they were.
court.
I thought they were playing. Mike, what are you talking about? Standing on business? You see how aggressive he is? I thought they were playing.
No, they had the Cavs series last year.
He
The
hates that I
series
like the
nobody but us
Magic.
watched.
He hates that I like the Magic. They're a good
They're your
team.
favorite team.
They're a good team.
You know, before you got in here, he was
the
talking a whole
Denver
bunch of shit about
Nuggets,
you and the Magic.
right? Like Mike, you like the Nuggets. Shut up,
Was he not? Help my. Oh, there he is.
Mike. You like the Nuggets. Shut up.
You're not like the Nuggets.
You're a Dallas Maverick fan. Shut up.
You're just naming teams.
No, wait till you hear his final prediction, and you'll change your tone real quick.
Top 5.
All right, here. You ready? I think that the Milwaukee Bucks will not make the playoffs this year.
At
Ooh.
all?
hmm
I love it.
Wow.
I think that team doesn't get it together.
I love it.
Wow.
I need that hate in my veins.
Okay.
And I'm looking forward to this. I don't know if you guys are interested in it, but I'm looking forward to this Zach Ed Wembenyama meetup. Nobody's thinking of it. I'm thinking of it. I'm really looking forward to it. I think Zach Ed has some upside to give him some problems.
Zach
Not
Edey's
better.
pretty damn good.
He's not better than Wembenyama, but I think he'll give him some problems. He's pretty tall,
No,
7'4", 300 pounds. Got some
Grizzlies
big.
aren't doing nothing
Write that down, Mike. Zach Eady will give Webby problems.
Yeah, that will be great to track.
Uh, San Antonio will make the playoffs this year.
Spurs make playoffs.
And the Sixers will be a playing team. What do you guys think of Miami this year?
Anthony tried to bake his hot take to be that Miami will be the play-in this year, where they've been the play-in every year.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know anything about this Miami team as far as like how I feel. I feel like they are just, it's like, they're the Heat.
But they don't have like anything to like. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have an opinion on them because I don't think there's much to have opinion wise.
The only opinion I have is that they got their doors blown off tonight by Orlando.
Orlando Magic, Orlando Magic,
They got
Orlando
really good
Magic.
this year. They got
Oh,
way better.
oh, oh.
Uh,
KCP over there.
is that it, James? Those are all your hot takes? I,
Uh,
I'm not going to force any on you. Just want to make sure.
yeah, that's all I got for now, at least. Yeah, that's all I got.
So we need a whoa, Cade with the dunk on
Mm-hmm.
that bum Miles Turner.
That's hate.
Who cares?
DeJounte Murray fractured his hand.
The Pistons,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the Pistons had 6 players on the court at one time tonight. This is who you're rocking
the
with,
fuck.
Dylan.
Yes. Yes,
Was
I am.
rocking with the Pistons. What
I'm
Yes,
rocking with the Pistons.
to do?
Dylan,
What?
35 wins or more.
Wow.
James, so we all picked a team to win the in-season tournament. So I need an in-season tournament winner.
The Magic.
Figures.
Yeah.
Be original, James.
Hmm?
Be original.
Who picked the Magic?
Fucking me.
I have no influence. I don't know anybody's picks.
All right, James. Here we go. So Dylan picked Anthony Edwards to win the MVP. Dylan picked the Celtics versus the Thunder in the finals. He has Celtics in 6. He has the Hornets making the play-in. He has Zach LaVine getting traded at some point this season. He has he has Brandon Ingram being traded at some point this season.
That's
He has
I know.
Wimby winning Defensive Player of the Year.
ah.
I know.
Hey,
Hey,
sometimes you gotta take some low hanging fruit.
Conservative ass picks.
He has
Oh
the
wait, there's more.
Pistons over 35 wins.
Is that conservative,
That's
Anthony?
a good one.
No, that's a hot take.
Nets under 25 wins.
That's not a good one. Definitely winning 26.
Suns keep that energy, James. Suns lose in first round.
Ooh, I agree with that.
Knicks lose in first round. Anthony will have four predictions wrong.
Oh, wow.
Magic win in season tournament.
Talking about banking on somebody's downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Every year. Last year I said 3.
Come on.
Anthony has Luca winning the MVP. Anthony has
What?
the Knicks and the Grizzlies in the finals. He has Knicks in 7. You said 7, right? No, you said 6.
Six.
Knicks in 6. Spurs make the playoffs. Suns make the Western Conference Finals. Celtics don't make the Eastern Conference Finals. Heat make the play-in. The Pacers.
I'll take that one off. That one's super
I didn't
conservative.
even realize Pacers make Eastern Conference Finals. Kings make Western Conference Finals. So I didn't even realize that you. When did you say the Pacers make the Eastern Conference?
He did say that.
No, I said that. I said that. Yeah. It was the Kings one where I messed up on.
Oh, I messed up because Celtics don't make Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, and then you forgot the other team that he said it was going to make the Western Conference Finals also.
The Kings will also make the Western Conference
So
Finals.
he had 3 teams making the Western Conference Finals.
He has 3 teams in the Western Conference Finals.
It's a mistake, guys. It's a mistake.
No, we're keeping
No,
that.
we keep receipts here.
We're keeping that.
But that works in his favor because now if one of them make it, he chose.
I know that literally works in my favor.
And he has the Kings winning the in-season tournament.
Okay, it's not a bad pick.
DeMar DeRozan. I'm surprised he picked anything with DeMar DeRozan, seeing how he was in the Kendrick video.
Not like us. All right.
So yes, James, we both have the Spurs getting into the postseason.
Yep.
Pod, fan of the OKC Thunder.
I have SGA winning the MVP. I have the Knicks and the Thunder in the finals.
And who wins?
I have Thunder in 7.
Fraud.
Fucking fraud.
Fraud.
Disgusting.
Fraud!
Harry fraud.
I have the Bucks losing in the first round. I have your Orlando Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals. I have the Pacers losing in the first round. I have Nets over 25.
26.
I have the
26.
26. That's all I need. 26. I have the Grizzlies making the playoffs. I have the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. I have Anthony Davis winning the Defensive Player of the Year. I have the Clippers missing the playoffs.
What?
Yep. They stink. And we're off to a good start. And the Grizzlies win the in-season tournament.
Oh, who did you have miss the playoffs?
The Clippers.
The Clippers. Yes.
Off to a good start there. Boom, James Harden turnover at the end of the game. Love it. Love to see it. We'll get Roz's halfway predictions. Maybe we'll get him to make some real ones, but we'll get Roz's at another date. We'll get Roz's confidence picks. Do we need to do I'm him? Because there's not really an I'm him. It's their her.
Yes, there is.
It's them. That's him right there. That's her.
Mike, get that shit off the
There
screen.
absolutely is an iron.
Not picking for me or Anthony.
The whole team.
Yeah.
So, do either of you have anything?
Yeah, I have two I'm hims. It's going to be LeBron James and Bronny Jr. Those are the two I'm hims. That is one of the dopest moments ever to see a basketball player in the same game with his son. That's just a dope ass moment.
Word.
That's enough for me to just give it straight to
Yeah, he's not lying.
LeBron James, Goat James
Uh,
is what we call him in these streets.
I will. Hmm. I'm a second Anthony on that one.
LeBron James,
Yep.
where's Rod's counter? We don't have an answer. No, no answer from Rod this week.
Said I'll be landing at 12:30. It's 1:44. Where's
Cricket,
Ross?
crickets. Roz is here. Roz is here, chilling with Chuck. Yep, chilling with.
Dylan said, "Oh, the tickets for the Yankees game is gonna be 2,500. Ross will be there."
Me and Dylan are making nefarious decisions, plots on how to get into Game 5 for Yankee Stadium, just to
We're
meet
gonna,
Roz to who'll be there chilling.
yeah, he'll bought his tickets. Meanwhile, me and Mike are gonna take out loans and just not pay them.
Buddy passing into the game.
Not only that, James, we're gonna take out loans in Jaden's name.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's gonna
No,
I feel
he
like
could come.
He can come. He can come.
Yeah.
He can get a ticket.
I feel
It's
like
on
he
his
should.
dime.
I feel like you should run him his fade when he gets old enough.
Yeah, we can do that.
Sure, that's fine.
You were at Yankees World Series game. You really gonna fight me?
Yeah.
It might have been on your dime, but whatever.
I'm 68. You really you gonna fight me? You gonna get your rocks
Yeah.
off?
Kick the cane right out your hand.
He'll figure it out. He's a smart kid. My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Chofa. Legend, one of one, el 22. Con todos los números que ha puesto, acabó con todo. El Bronx, Yankee, que viva New York. El Bronx, que viva New
Juan
York.
Soto of the New York Yankees sending us to the fucking World Series. I'm him.
El Bronx, Yankee, que viva New York. Los mejores fanáticos están en Nueva York. 4 bates de estrella, 4 bates de plata. En la competencia de jonrones Soto la saca. Sí, pero va de 1000 pies. Plátano power.
You can't move. You can't leave New York now when they're sitting there making songs for you like
Claro, lo
this.
mío no es veneno. Oh, cuando se hable béisbol,
Juan Soto. I'm him.
Love it. Since we have you, James, I mean, I know the answer, but do you have a World Series prediction that we can stamp?
The New York Yankees.
By a billion. Yankees by a billion.
All right.
Big T? Who's Big T?
What?
Who's Big T?
Big Tony.
That's his Caucasian name. Whenever he wants to speak caucus, he becomes Tony.
Hey, Anthony, what's your Italian last name when they ask you?
My Italian last name?
Yeah, because you ain't Tony. What's up?
When you meet the man himself, Jordan.
Introduce yourself to white women's parents. How do you introduce yourself? You say, "Hi, I'm Tony. Nice to meet you."
Oh god.
What?
I'm Tony Kombucha.
No. I'm weak.
Uh-huh.
I haven't heard any pumpkin spice talk from you for a while.
I'm sure that's gonna start next week. As soon as the calendar hits November.
Oh no, it's
No, it's
already
kicking
everywhere.
now. It's
It's already
October.
everywhere. Yeah, they didn't even wait till October. He went to go get some pumpkin spice.
He went to go
You
get
can see
something
it.
that you said pumpkin. He went, what? I got some right here for you.
He's over here huffing it like a fucking kindergartner with glue. There it
Look
is.
at this.
Coffee creamer.
What was that bullshit that he acted like he had bought in that picture?
Good old pumpkin spice.
What was the bullshit that you had in that cart that you act like you bought? I'm trying to remember what it was.
I did buy all that.
That shit. All right, yeah, act like you don't remember. It's all right. I'll find the picture. I saw that, Mike.
Yeah.
We love it. Drop them
Love it.
hints.
All right. I don't know, Dylan.
Will Otani pitch in the World Series?
No. I hope he does, but he won't.
I fucking sell out. He should pitch. Pitch against Judge.
He should. I would love for it, but there's no way he's gonna go from not pitching at all year to his first outing being the fucking World Series.
The only way I could see him pitching is if there's like a 15-16 inning game in like game 6 or 7, and then they might
Every
be
pitcher
like,
of the Dodgers roster's arm exploded.
yeah, then they might be like, all right, go warm up, because then we might get it. But other than that, I highly doubt it.
Shohei, you're absolutely able to throw a fucking baseball. Stop
Unless they're up like 18-4 in the clinching game, then they
it.
might.
You had Tommy John surgery over a year and a half ago. You're fine. Jason Dominguez had Tommy John surgery, was back throwing a baseball in 6 months. You're okay.
Yo, go warm up in the bullpen.
Throw 95 right now.
Put on an
Probably will
armband.
throw 99 right now.
I know.
To be
Go
honest.
put on a sleeve and go strike Judge.
Yeah,
out
go put
right
on
now.
a sleeve, you pussy. Put on some Canesian tape. You'll be fine.
Some rock tape on. Put some icy hot on. You're good.
Yeah.
Good.
But that would be epic if he could pitch against Judge or Juan Soto. That's why I posted that clip from Twitter. That's Juan Soto's first at bat against Shohei, and Shohei struck his ass out. 3 at bats.
Let him come in. Throw the first ball. Throw that meatball right down the plate for these motherfuckers to just send yard.
So Stanton can send it to fucking back to Japan.
Kind of racist.
It's kind of racist. That is hella racist, Mike.
They send it back to Japan. That's his home country, is it? Is it?
Mike, don't be naive. Don't be naive, Mike.
Jesus.
If it's one thing I hate it. Racist.
Oh my god.
Well, stay tuned. Watch our socials because we will be.
He said Giancarlo just hit the fucking Kyoto.
First class. Follow our socials. We'll be doing a lot during this World Series, hopefully. And
Give them your socials so they can know where to follow you at with the racist stuff. Give them your socials. we need to separate ourselves. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Send
Give it up.
all
I am on
complaints,
all socials. Go
all
ahead.
socials to Breezy 5.
Yeah, that's what.
Send
Yeah, that's what I
all the
thought.
socials there.
That's what I thought.
Send all the complaints there.
That's what I thought. I am
Anybody
Mr.
who wants to
Michael.
join in on the Japanese xenophobia, go ahead and at Mike.
Yep.
Anthony, I will get my will spin another night, but it's coming. Just know it's coming.
I'd like to see another week.
Unless you wanna.
I don't have the wheel prepared.
I was
Remember
gonna
last
say,
time?
Yeah, we'll do it next week.
I had to
unless
read.
you
I
want
had
to
to
put a
redo the wheel.
Yeah,
Gatorade
we'll
bet
do it
on
next
the
week.
World Series. I'm not
I would
putting it.
say,
I'm
hey,
holding my Gatorade.
let's do it when we watch Game 1 of the World Series. But Mike's
I mean-
a fucking loser.
Yeah. Hot ass.
We're just making up words now. Now we're just saying stuff. It's time to go. It's time to go. Have a good night. You better say something quick because when I hit the
Nets
button,
lose.
Nets will win.
Nets lose.
26.
26. Hashtag Nets 26.